Alright, episode 3 is currently in the works, but we're taking a spin on this, like I said. So we're actually going to be traveling today. Excited. I haven't been to this place in a while, but we do what we do. But yeah, I'll catch you when we get to the Go station later. Alright, on the Go train right now. Hopefully, I'm not disturbing anybody, but about to get off soon and gonna take a bus to get to somewhere else, and then my boy's gonna pick me up, and then we're gonna go from there. But yeah, like it's gonna be a fun one, exciting, nice traveling and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. Peace. Hello, y'all. This is Unapologetically Me. I am your host, Tutop, and I am with
What up? What up? My name's Kizzer.
Kizzer. Hi there.
How y'all doing? I've known Two Top since I was in grade 11. I remember seeing him. Well, let's just talk about how we met first.
Okay, we should talk about how we met.
I remember seeing him in high school at basketball tryouts, and he was just giving everybody work. I'm like, bro, who is this Asian kid just giving everyone work like that? And then fast forward to next year, we're in the same business class.
We are, yeah.
And we sit beside each other, and we're just debating basketball all day. Go debate all day. And that's how this shit started. Obviously, I'm not as good as basketball as him, but in a 1v1, I still beat him. No,
He's lying there.
No,
He's lying there. No, who was it? No, it's not Miss Simone. Who was our teacher? I forgot.
Miss Cheshire. She got fired though, apparently.
She did?
Yeah.
Snap. Miss Cheshire got fired. Okay.
It was free grades in that class though. Free grades.
Yeah. But yeah, we played basketball all the time. Was it like every lunch we went to?
Union. That's why I give you work.
Union ball.
I'd be like, when we're on the same team, I'd be like Draymond, he'd be like Curry. But I'd be like prime Draymond, not like
prime Draymond.
Not like him now.
What would you define as prime Draymond then?
Like 2017, when he was with the super 4 All-Star Warriors, like him, KD.
Okay. I think he wanted the DPOY.
DPOY, yeah,
exactly.
DPOY setting screens, talking shit. That's like prime Draymond.
Oh, yeah, you talk about shit too.
Exactly, yeah, just like prime Draymond, yeah.
He talks shit.
But let's say if we want to talk about how your game resembles, who would you say?
My game?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. I would probably say someone like. Damn, I was talking to Evan about this too. The guy who was on my episode before. I want to say like Scary Gary Trent Jr.
Nah, you're way better than that, bro.
No. I mean like in game. I don't know. Wow. Who would you say?
I'd say you're like. But whenever we play together, like our boys, not like you're hooping boy. I'm talking about like me, Ayana, all them.
Okay.
You're like Trae Young.
Trae Young, okay.
But like better, you're way better defensively, bro. So
you have to be like I play no defense at all.
No, but like that's why you're way better defensively, bro. Like you're Trae Young on offense.
Oh, okay.
And then but on defense, I don't know, like. But who would you say then?
On defensively?
Because whenever I see you play with me, like you're just killing everyone offensively.
Oh.
Like nobody can guard you except me.
What did you? Oh, he once said that he was a two-top stopper or something like
that.
I
am a two-top stopper. They call me off night for a reason.
Oh, he was he was literally yelling at me the last week when we played. Maybe it was December when we went like
Like, I had you on clamps. Though. You had to sit out. You had to sit out.
Cause someone rolled my ankle.
Or you were just ducking me. That's why.
Oh, I was just ducking.
Yeah.
Okay. No, but yeah, guys, Kizzer is someone who I met in high school, and at first I was like, man, I hope these guys really like me, because like they don't like me, I'm gonna be scared of this place. But then after like, I don't know, it made it easier, because then after when I got to know him in, was it business? Not business. Yeah. It was business class, right? Yeah, I think in business class I think we went to one of the basketball games together.
Basketball games.
One of the girls' basketball games together.
Oh, true. Yeah.
One of the girls' basketball games together. We talk a lot, and then we do projects together. And low-key, we use ChatGPT for a bunch of them.
That was when ChatGPT just came out. Like nobody knew about it.
He put me on ChatGPT.
I got that shit in November 2023, and we had like a 99 average in that class.
Okay, we did nothing.
We did nothing. We just got everything from there. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. But yeah, no, this is Kizzer, guys. He's we would always talk basketball together, and it would just be fun. And I think at a certain point with our friend group in high school, like we would just be known for talking about basketball. it would get so bad sometimes. So like they would just like completely ignore us and then talk about something else while we're just debating basketball. So you know what? Let's get into it right now. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about Raptors first? You want to talk about your favorite
Raptors.
team?
I want to talk about Raptors first.
You want to talk about the Raptors?
Team.
Okay. What do you?
Everyone, I've been reading a lot of articles. People are saying we're going to be asked this season. There's no expectations for us. I think the Vegas over-under line was like 41 games. So like Vegas people are putting lots of money that we're only going to win 41 games.
41 games. Okay.
But I think we're going to be better than that.
I do think so too.
Because we got, let's see, point guard. Who's a point guard? IQ, RJ, Scotty, BI, and then Pearl, and then Grady Dick off the bench. Grady Dick off the bench. Jonathan Mobile. Jacoby Walter
stuff.
CMB, the dude we just drafted this year.
Oh yeah, Colin Mary Boyle.
That's a good 8-9 man rotation.
That is.
Last year we were tanking, intentionally losing games, and we won 30 games.
That's what I think people don't understand. Like my friends are always talking about the Raptors being like trash and everything. I was trying to tell them like they were intentionally
losing, and they still won 30 while intentionally.
I know that's kind of crazy in my head. Like it's just
IQ barely played. BI did not play at all. Scotty played like half the season. RG is the only one who's like actually playing consistently and won 30 games.
And Jakob can only do so much by himself.
Right, exactly. And now the Celtics are going to be ass because no Tatum. The Pacers is going to be ass because no Miles Turner and no Hallie. And then the Hawks got better, that's for sure.
The Hawks got way better.
But like there's not that the Knicks, Hawks, and Cavs are the only like real like heavy hitters in the conference.
Okay.
I think after the top three is like toss up. Like anyone could get it. Anyone could be the 4th seed.
So you say Knicks, Cavs, and who else?
Knicks, Cavs, and what was the third team I said? Knicks, Cavs.
Let me find the Eastern Conference right now.
Oh yeah, right.
Oh my gosh. The Knicks, Cavs. Because I must be tripping when I'm talking about
Hawks. Knicks, Cavs, Hawks.
Knicks, Cavs, Hawks. Oh, okay.
I think those are gonna be the top 3.
Top 3. And what about in the Western Conference?
In the West is such a toss up. It could really be anyone. I swear last year the West was like the top 10 seed. The top 10 were like separated by like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, they were. The West is so stacked right now.
Like it's not even fair.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. The Lakers are something interesting to you,
right? Yeah, the Lakers. They got LeBron's gonna be out for the first 3 weeks, which is unfortunate. But yeah, he is. He's out for 3 because he got sciatica or something. But it's gonna be a Luka carry session then. Luka, Ayton, Marcus Smart, AR.
AR-15.
AR off the bench, and then off the bench, their bench is a little weak, but they got Dalton Connect. My 3 favorite white boys: AR, Luka, Dalton Connect. That's a tough ass team though. But the thing is, the West is so stacked though.
There is. You got the Rockets there, the Timberwolves, the Nuggets. I mean,
the Warriors are still gonna be good.
Clippers, the Suns, I guess. Then you got the Lakers as well.
Even the Pelicans could like be a little decent.
Yeah, the Pelicans.
I've seen all the Zion skinny videos.
It's like, oh no, yeah, Pelicans. But was it Trey Murphy on their team? Is it
Trey Murphy? Yeah, Zion. I think DeJounte's still there, right?
DeJounte Murray.
I think he tore his ACL last season, so he was out.
Yeah, he should still be there.
But then, who do you think is the favorite for this season, though?
Oh, I was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you that kind of question.
Probably who won this year?
Thunder.
I think Thunder again. Yeah,
I think Thunder.
No, I don't think any team's.
They're just so stacked. They're so stacked.
I don't think, and they have so much talent as well, like that they haven't even used. They're just sitting on their bench.
Yeah, no, it's.
I remember when Chet like broke his tailbone last season, like at the beginning of the season. They were still like just dogging teams without Chet.
Yeah, they were.
Shea and Jalen Williams were just like dogging everybody.
That is actually. I feel like that is such an underrated duo because I barely hear anybody talk about them.
Who, Shea and Jalen Williams?
Yeah,
because Jalen Williams is zestful. That's why.
Zestful?
Yeah, have you seen his TikToks? He's all zesty. Shea is nice though. He got aura.
Shea is nice. The only like if the Thunder win again, I'm never gonna hear the end of it from my brother because my brother loves Shea.
Yeah, because what's not to like about him? Only thing I don't like him is the foul baiting.
Foul baiting?
Like it's so.
Oh my gosh!
So
yeah,
bad,
you never liked foul baiting.
It's his stuff. His shit is so bad, bro. Like it's actually like he always looks for contact, and the refs just always give him the call. Like just always bail him out. Like come on, bro. LeBron don't get that call.
Yeah, LeBron wouldn't get that call.
Bigger players don't get that call. It's just I know sometimes they do be fouling him, but he also be looking for the contact. Like he throws himself into the way.
Okay.
Just like Trae Young. But yeah, but he should not be getting 20 free throws a game. Like.
Would you say that foul baiting is a skill?
Oh, it is a skill, yeah. But like the refs should stop calling it. I remember a couple of seasons ago, the NBA was cracking down on that stuff. For like the first like 2 or 3 weeks, they were not calling any of those bullshit fouls, and then they went right back to it. They went right back.
So like people like Chris Paul would sweep through.
I hate Chris Paul.
James Harden, Trae Young.
I hate when Trae. You know when he's driving and he stops and the dude behind him. Like,
oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen like a 15-minute video of that.
James Harden can still get his buckets without the foul baiting though.
He's tough.
Actually, all of them can get the buckets without foul baiting.
They can.
Yeah, the foul baiting is what gets them to like the 29, 30 PPG instead of like
it's just like
24.
free throws. It's
right.
Like,
yeah. But all elite players, scorers in history, shot like 12 to 13 free throws a game. Mm-hmm. It's just the way Shea gets his. It's just not fun to watch at all.
Not fun to watch.
Like watching a Thunder game, like bro, he's at the free throw line again. Like damn, bro, take it easy.
Yeah, take it easy. Okay, man, let's get to the nitty gritty of this, bro. We're here to talk about a GOAT debate because this guy, we talked about it a lot, like maybe 2 years ago. So maybe like some things changed or like some things added into LeBron's resume.
Yeah, a lot of things
you want to bring up. But no, let's get into the GOAT debate. Why do you think LeBron is the greatest player?
No, why do you think? I think if you talk to anybody on the street, they'll say LeBron is the GOAT. Like most people, majority of people now. Yeah, so it's actually your case to prove why Jordan's the GOAT to me. Because
really,
I think majority of people watching this are gonna say LeBron is the GOAT.
I don't think majority of people would say.
If you go on social media, everyone thinks LeBron is the GOAT. Only like dudes over 30.
Maybe because it's like modern day.
Yeah, modern day.
Oh my
Only God. Dudes over 30, 35 are saying Jordan is the GOAT.
All right, let's go over it then. Why do I think Jordan is the GOAT?
Like you gotta prove the case to me now because I think maybe 2-3 years ago when we were arguing this, maybe it was in your favor. But I think LeBron has done so much in those 3-4 years. Like,
what has he done in those 3-4 years?
Okay, let's see, he's at 42,000 points, so he's all-time leading scorer.
Okay.
He's the top 3 passer of all time with 12,000 assists. Rebounder, he's gonna end his career with 13,000 rebounds, which is gonna be top 20.
Okay.
While your boy is, I think, 4th on the scoring list with 32,000 points. Mm-hmm. He's a good but not an elite passer. In his peak, he averaged like 6.4 assists per game, whereas LeBron's like 9 assists a game.
Okay.
He doesn't even crack top 15 all-time assists.
Top 15, okay.
50-5-0. LeBron is top 3 in that, by the way.
50, you said?
5-0, yeah.
Okay.
He's top 15 all-time assists. Nice. LeBron is top 3.
Okay.
Rebounds. His peak, he was averaging 6.8 rebounds a game. And he has 7,000 total rebounds, which isn't even the top 100. Well, LeBron is top 20.
Okay.
So LeBron leads in every stat all time. The only thing Jordan has above him, I'd say, is scoring. And even then, it's not even crazy. Like, Jordan was a better scorer, but LeBron's been doing it for way longer, which is why I think LeBron is better.
Sure, you can. Yeah, I think you're making a longevity case here.
And I'm making it peak to peak. LeBron is just better, like more versatile. Like if you need one player on your team to start your franchise, you're taking LeBron.
He's a more well-rounded basketball player.
Exactly, right. So you're saying you would rather take him or you probably take LeBron yourself if you were starting the team, but you're just saying MJ's better. I don't know why.
No, I would definitely take Jordan.
You just take the pure scorer rather than the dude who could do everything?
No, I would definitely take Jordan. I don't think because when I think about LeBron, it's not necessarily. I don't even feel like I have to bring up anything about Jordan right now. When you think about LeBron and you think about LeBron's legacy, sure, like if you think LeBron's a GOAT, I'm not really gonna fight back on anyone who thinks it. Like I'm not gonna say, oh, that's kind of crazy. But when you think about like 2011,
so I was waiting for you to bring that up because your argument is LeBron choked in 2011. Jordan would never do that. But let me just bring this up. Let's set the facts first. Miami lost to Dallas 4-2.
4-2.
LeBron averaged 18 points per game, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. So bad stats for him, but like for any other player, that'd be good stats in the finals.
Sure, but we're not comparing.
Okay. Obviously, I'm not going to say that. But my argument is, I have, I think, 3 or 4 arguments to say to you.
Okay.
First one, every GOAT candidate has failed. LeBron just came early on and on a bigger stage. Let me give you an example. Jordan lost in the first round 3 straight years and was swept twice before Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
Kobe lost 2004 finals as the favorite. Okay. You know who they were playing? The bum-ass Pistons with no star player, and they lost. And he had Shaq.
I'll agree with you there, but they did have Chauncey Billups.
Bro, Kobe and Shaq off a 3-peat versus Chauncey? Get the fuck out of here, bro.
No, they didn't come off a 3-peat. They lost the year before this.
No, they came off the 3-peat. This is they won 2000, 2001, 2002, 2001, 2002, 2003, and 2004 finals is the one they lost. So they're coming off the 3-peat.
The Spurs won 2003.
But Weren't the Lakers coming off the three-peat and
they
lost the next
They
year?
won 2000, 2001, 2002, and then they lost to the Spurs.
Right, got it. Okay, so then they still should have won though. Like the fact of the matter is, they were the favorites.
I'm trying to say the Pistons wasn't like a bum team.
Well, they had no star player. Any of them could have been the Finals MVP because but Kobe and Shaq on one team, and they had Karl Malone too.
Karl Malone's old. Gary Payton's old, man. Like I was waiting for you to bring that up.
Magic, 1984 Finals. Tragic Johnson nickname for 10 late game misses. Larry Bird swept multiple times. Poor Finals performance in 1985. Okay. LeBron's only blemish is the 2011 Finals loss, whereas Jordan lost in the first round 3 straight seasons without Pippen. That's way worse.
Okay.
That's way worse.
Okay.
Point number 2. He rebounded historically. His response was GOAT level. 2012 Finals MVP, averaging 29, 10, and 8. Beat KD, Russ, and Harden. 2013 back-to-back MVP plus Finals MVP, averaging 25, 11, and 7. Beat the Spurs dynasty. 2016 3-1 comeback. What?
They beat the Spurs dynasty?
Yeah, that's a dynasty team.
What happened next year?
It don't matter. I'm talking. Okay, 2016 3-1 comeback. That's still a historic comeback though. Like you can't expect them to win every single season.
No, but you said they beat the Spurs dynasty though.
Yeah, they beat. Getting one win is beating the Spurs dynasty. Is that not?
No, I think when you say beat the Spurs dynasty, I think you mean ending it.
No, I don't say they ended. I said they beat them.
They did beat them the next season.
Averaging 25, 11, and 7. 2016 3-1 comeback versus the Warriors. 73-9 Warriors, averaging 30, 11, and 9.
Yeah,
that's a historic rebound. I think someone's calling me.
No.
Anyways, what's your point? Yeah, what were you saying in 2011? I feel like my case is proven.
You have a lot of cases of when LeBron showed up in big games, in big stages. I'll give you that. But every time you brought up Jordan, you said he got swept 3 times or 2 times without Pippen or something like that. I want you to key in on something that you just said.
What?
Without Pippen.
Yeah, without Pippen, right.
Who else was on his team?
Who else was on whose team?
Jordan. Back in the 80s when he was getting swept by the Pistons.
Bro, it don't matter. If he was that good as you saying he is, then he should be carrying his team, just like how LeBron did in 2018, just like LeBron in 2008.
You can say that, but who was in the East in 2008? I mean, besides Celtics.
Who was in the East in 2007? That was the year that he took that bum ass Cavs team to the finals.
To the Spurs. I'll give you the Celtics.
They played the Wizards in the first round with Gilbert Arenas.
Okay.
Nets in the second round with Jason Kidd. The Pistons with Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, the same one Kobe lost to. And he beat them all with nobody on his team.
Okay.
And then he had to play the Spurs. Jordan could never carry a team like that. Like how LeBron
never.
Because he hasn't. He was 0-3 without Pippen.
0-3 without Pippen.
Swept every time without Pippen.
I don't think without Pippen. Sure, you could say without Pippen. I think when Pippen first got into when Pippen first entered into the league, I think they pushed the Pistons 7 games. But the only reason why they lost because Pippen got a migraine.
Okay.
So I'm saying when you want to make the case of okay, LeBron Michael can't carry a team like LeBron did or something like that. You can make that case. I'll still fight back on that. But when you look at LeBron and what he did, who was in the East that could legitimately was a good team? Because I was thinking about it last night. I've been thinking about it for years now. I think about from his 8-year span of going into the finals. You could talk about maybe the Derrick Rose Bulls.
I got it right here. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
I just told you 2007. Gilbert Arenas, Jason Kidd. That was the first 2 rounds.
That was not. But those teams don't compare it to the Pistons.
The 2007 Pistons?
No, the Bad Boys Pistons.
That's one team though. Acting like the East was just a crazy back in the day.
No, but your point is that he got swept by the Pistons.
No, he got swept 3 times. I don't know. I think there was the Celtics twice and the Pistons once.
Okay, right? Naming the players on the Celtics.
Larry Bird, John Havlicek, Kevin.
John Havlicek was in the 60s.
Oh, he's on a Pistons, right? Kevin McHale.
Yeah.
That's Larry Bird, Kevin. That's all I can think of.
Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Danny Ainge, all of them.
Danny Ainge, are we serious, bro? Danny Ainge.
I'm just naming players because when you want to compare teams the Washington Wizards with Gilbert Arenas to the Bad Boy Pistons or the Celtics back in the 80s, there's no real comparison there.
Bro, but still, like
the competition level is completely different.
The East was so bad. The Bulls were making the playoffs with 34 wins. Have you remember that?
Sure.
They made the playoffs with 34 wins as the 8th seed. Like LeBron has never played in the East that bad with a 34-win team making the playoffs.
Okay, but then when they ran into the Celtics or the Pistons, those teams were stacked.
2018, his next best player was Matthew Dellavedova and Kevin Love.
2015.
Sorry, 2018 when Kyrie left. When he had to play the Big Four Warriors.
Oh, yeah, Tristan Thompson, yeah.
Tristan Thompson? That's the you're bringing
No, I don't think Matthew Dellavedova was on the team at the time.
Bro, this is one of the worst teams I've ever seen. And they had to play the Pacers in the first round, Oladipo and Sabonis.
Okay, that team is...
Your boys, the Raptors, the number 1 seed with Lowry and DeRozan and OG and Serge. All them boys.
They swept us.
And LeBron hit that shot over OG as well.
I never watched
Swept.
I never watched that game.
The Celtics weren't that good, but like still, they beat the Celtics in the conference finals. And then they had to play the Warriors.
In 7 games.
And LeBron had like 50 in the first game.
Yeah, that game was monumental.
Right, yeah.
That game was monumental.
So Jordan could never take a team like that to the finals is what I'm trying to say.
Compared to that East?
Bro, Jordan could never take that team to the finals.
If you put Jordan on that Cavs team and tell Jordan, okay, you need to go through this Eastern Conference.
No.
Beat the Oladipo Pacers, the Toronto
Lowry and
Raptors.
DeRozan, that's a good team.
That is a great team.
That's the number 1 seed.
Yeah, that is the number 1 seed at the time.
And Jordan won't be able to do it. Because he's never shown me he can do it. So you're just basing off hypotheticals. I'm basing off things that have actually happened.
No, but you want to compare. But you're making a comparison between what he did in the Eastern Conference versus what Jordan did in the Eastern Conference. But what I'm trying to say to you is those 80s Celtics, the 85, 86 Celtics, or the bad boy Pistons that you want to keep bringing up, it's not like Jordan like faded away. Like he was popping off there. He was averaging
exactly.
36.
Right, exactly. I understand he was playing bad for sure. But my main argument with LeBron is that he's just such the all-around better player. He carries his team with him. Whereas Jordan is just himself getting 40 a game. LeBron is getting the 32 a game, the 10 rebounds, the 9 assists. That's why LeBron's impact is way more. LeBron is making more points off his impact than Jordan is because LeBron is getting the 30 points plus a 10 assists, which is another 40 points right there. So he's creating 50 points, whereas Jordan's creating 40.
I think you just keep forgetting about the whole competition part. Would you say Scottie Pippen is the more well-rounded basketball player than
Jordan? Yeah. Right, yeah, I would say that.
Okay. So when
he was doing everything else.
Yeah, so would you say that Scottie Pippen is a better basketball player than Michael Jordan?
No, because he wasn't doing it at the level LeBron was doing it. If he was doing it at the level LeBron was doing it, then yeah, I would say yeah, he was.
Okay. My whole point is that when you talk about teams like the Wizards with Gilbert Arenas or Victor Oladipo Pacers or like the Celtics for that matter, they're nothing compared to those 80s Celtics or those 80s Pistons.
Well, they lost to the Bucks in his first playoff thing. They lost in 4 against the Bucks. Because I think back then the first round was the best of 3.
Best of 3, yeah.
So they lost 4 against 4 in the Bucks. 0-3 against the Celtics is the next season. 0-3 against the Celtics the next season. 1-4 against the Pistons the next season after. Or not season after, but like his next time in the playoffs.
He's in 0-3?
Yeah, like he had 0 games.
Oh, I thought you meant 2003. I was like, what?
Sorry, I'll give you the year as well. So 1985, lost to the Bucks in 4, I mean.
Okay.
1986, lost to the Celtics in 3. 1987, lost to the Celtics in 3. 1988, they beat the Cavs in 5, and then they lost to the Pistons in 5. 1989, lost in the conference finals to the Pistons in 6, but I think they had Pippen by now.
That's Scottie Pippen rookie year.
And then the next season, 1990, they lost to the Pistons in 7, and then obviously 91, 92, 93, 1. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. LeBron had Jordan Clarkson on his team. He had Jay Crowder on his team. He had Kyle Korver on his team. Kevin Love. Like these are, besides Kevin Love, these are bums. Have you seen that poster of the 2015 finals where it's like LeBron and Dellavedova versus Curry, Clay, and Draymond?
Yeah.
There's never been a poster like that for Jordan.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'll give you that. Like LeBron is able to galvanize a troop with the Cavs in particular, like no other player that I've ever seen before. But I don't think that gives LeBron the edge over being better than Michael Jordan to me. Because when you look at teams like in the East at that time, in the run that he made when he went to 8 straight finals, I don't know if the teams that he played against are better than the teams that you named or making a point against Jordan.
Well, the Raptors team is just a good ass team.
Yeah, that's just one team.
That Pacers team was a good ass team.
Which Pacers team?
The one with Paul George. The one with Paul
Yeah,
George dunked on
Chris Anderson.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Birdman. So I was thinking about it, just like, hey, the Derrick Rose Bulls probably, and that's like only once that they probably bumped into them. You could say the Celtics, but when they bumped into the Celtics a couple times, they were already old. Or maybe you can even use it back in like 2007 when you faced them as well.
2015 playoffs. This is when Kyrie and Caleb got injured in the finals.
Yeah.
He had to play. Oh fuck.
Atlanta Hawks.
Hawks, number 1 seed, by the way. The Bulls with Powell, D Rose, and Jimmy Butler.
D Rose wasn't D Rose at that time.
Okay, but Jimmy Butler and Powell though.
Jimmy Butler wasn't Jimmy Butler at the time either.
But I'm Powell.
Powell was old.
That's like 3 good players though. Like
sure, 3 good players, but I'm saying that team is just like they weren't worth what they was.
Hawks once. Yeah, you know the reason this is why I can't really win this argument, because you can remember all the stuff at the top of your head because you've lived through this. There's probably so many caveats for the Celtics or that Pistons team, but we just don't know because I wasn't watching them because I wasn't alive back then, right? You could say, oh, Powell wasn't that good or Jimmy Butler wasn't Jimmy Butler yet. But I can't say that for there probably is reasons for those Celtics teams or those Pistons teams, but we just don't know because we weren't alive, right?
Okay, go. You can keep going on with this.
Okay, let's see. 2017 playoffs. They had to play Paul George.
Yeah.
First round. That was a good Pacers. Look, a decent Pacers team.
Yeah, that's one of the Pacers teams I gave.
That was the Raptors. I think they were the 2 seed or 3 seed that season in 2017.
The Celtics were the 1 seed. Yeah, we were the 3 seed.
It was like Lowry, DeRozan, Ibaka's first year on the team.
Yeah.
OG's rookie season.
We got swept.
Oh, that's Pascal's rookie season. No, OG's. Pascal's rookie
That's
season.
Pascal's.
Freddie's rookie season. They lost them, what, 4 or 5?
4.
And then they had to play the Celtics in the next year with IT and JB.
Yeah.
And Marcus Smart. That's a good team. That's IT, like second in MVP, third in MVP.
Sure, that's
first team All NBA.
Sure, that's a good team.
That's a great team as well, and he beat them too.
I wouldn't say great. I'd say that's a good team.
Or let's see Jordan. Jordan wasn't even playing that much comp when he was going to the finals either. Like,
whoa, what?
When he's going to the, I have it right here. I have it. What the fuck?
Are you nuts?
Okay, I have it right here. Okay, 1991, he played the Knicks with Patrick Ewing. Okay, first round.
Do we know how good Patrick Ewing is?
Okay, he played the Knicks with Patrick Ewing. Yeah, but he had a way better team though, so he should be winning. They were the 8th seed that season, so they couldn't have been that good.
But we're not talking about who Jordan has on his team. We're just talking about the competition in general.
Well, the competition couldn't have been good if they were the 8th seed, right?
I mean, they did have. I don't know if they had John Starks at the time. But
76 was with Charles Barkley, not MVP yet.
But
the Pistons team they beat was good. I'd say that for sure. That was a good Pistons team.
They ended up beating the Pistons.
1992, they played the Heat, which had nobody of worth noting.
Alonzo Mourning
was on the team yet. The Knicks with Patrick Ewing.
Oh, Tim Hardaway. Sorry,
I don't think he was on the team yet either.
Tim Hardaway Sr. was definitely on the team.
He was there in 1996, not in 1992.
Oh, I must be tripping then.
Cavaliers with Mark Price and Larry Nance Sr. Get the fuck out of here. That was the 3 teams they played. The Heat, the Knicks, and the Cavs. Ass teams.
Okay, go to 93 now.
93, Dominique, the Hawks first round, but they were the 8th seed again, so they couldn't have been that good. Cavs, Mark Price and Larry Nance, are we serious? And the Knicks with Ewing and Charles Oakley in the conference finals.
How are you just dismissing these teams like that?
What do you know how much Mark Price and Larry Nance, bro? If you ask a regular person who Mark Price and Larry Nance are, or even an average NBA fan, they're not gonna know who that is. If you say Larry Nance, they're gonna think of Junior.
Does that devalue who they are as players?
It does, because they couldn't have been that good. They couldn't have been that good if people don't know them, right?
Do you know who Elgin Baylor is?
Of course.
Do you know who
Laker legend?
George Gervin is.
Laker legend.
George Gervin?
He's in the Lakers?
See, you don't even know that much of him, but you know he's a good basketball player.
Right, yeah. I know him from 2K. I don't know him because I watched him play.
No, obviously not. We weren't alive in the 70s or whatnot. But just because people don't know of someone doesn't mean they're not good at basketball.
But all these guys I'm listing are better than these guys.
Okay, let's keep going. I'm going to search up Mark Price's stats.
1996, Alonzo Mourning and Tim Hardaway. That was a good team.
Yes.
Knicks with Patrick Ewing in the second round, and then Magic with Shaq and Penny.
Mm-hmm.
Those are all good teams. But he should be winning these seasons because he has Rodman, he has Pippen, he has Kukoc, he has Kerr. He should be winning these. He should be winning.
Okay, then
these are super teams he has.
I could say the same thing about the teams that he played in the East with teams like Kyrie and K-Love.
And he did win. He won every series.
Exactly. So you're making the same argument for Jordan.
But when Jordan, my main argument was when Jordan was on a bum team, he wasn't winning games. He wasn't carrying how LeBron was carrying him.
Yeah, but then we can go back to the competition as well. Like that, those teams are nothing compared to the teams.
Every team LeBron joins becomes an instant contender. You can't say the same for Jordan. LeBron took 3 different franchises.
He's played for only 2 teams.
Okay, let me finish. LeBron took 3 different franchises: the Cavs, Heat, and Lakers to champs. This is my main argument right here.
Okay, let me listen.
When LeBron left the Cavs for the first time, the Heat, and the Cavs for the second time, all instant lottery teams. The Heat with CB and Wade were a lottery team. Isn't that crazy? After LeBron left, Jordan only won 1 team, 1 coach, 1 system. Phil Jackson's triangle offense.
Okay.
Jordan without Pippen, 0-3 in series, 1-9 playoff record. When Jordan retired for the MLB, like that 1 year hiatus he had after the three-peat, Bulls were 55-27 in the second seed. They won 55 games without him.
Yeah.
Whereas with LeBron, all 3 of the teams were lottery teams.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay, yeah.
No, but when LeBron left the Cavaliers, there was Big Z left there?
Yeah.
And then when LeBron left the Heat,
it was CB and Wade.
Yeah, but
and whoever was left.
Chris Bosh probably retired like maybe.
No, he retired like 3 seasons later.
Not 3 seasons later, because he left in 2014.
His last season, I think, was 15-16 or 16-17. Because I remember he played the Raptors. So that means he retired like 2 seasons later. He was still good though. I think he was an All-Star the next 2 seasons though.
He was an All-Star. Chris Bosh was an All-Star. Dwayne Wade was an All-Star.
He was an All-Star in 14-15. There's no way.
I don't think Chris Bosh was. 13-14 maybe. 14-15 no.
14-15 and 15-16 he was an All-Star? Check that.
I'll check that right now.
But anyway, okay, then if he wasn't that good, then the Heat teams couldn't have been that good, right? Because Chris Bosh wasn't that good.
No, right? I mean, Chris Bosh was like okay. He was like okay, but it wasn't like.
But Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade should not be the lottery team. But LeBron's impact was just so much that they just, as soon as he left, they were a lottery team. Why is that? Like it's just LeBron is that good.
But Dwayne Wade's like far past. Like he was dealing with injuries even when LeBron was playing.
Bro, that's not an excuse. When Jordan left, they were 55-27. That's all that mattered. And LeBron left, they were all lottery teams. Like what's
because Scottie Pippen was an up and coming star.
Bro, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh are on one team. They should not be a lottery team. They should not be a lottery team.
So because they have one bad season, that goes to.
But they were a lottery team. Like the fact of the matter is, they were a lottery team.
So what happened the next year? They played the Raptors in the playoffs, did they not?
Yeah, they did. I think they were like the 4 or 5 seed.
Yeah.
Which isn't as good as they should be because Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade on one team.
That's my point. They're way past their prime.
Bro, they're acting like the way past prime. They were only in the NBA for 10 years at that point. That's not even crazy.
Dwayne Wade came in 2003.
Yeah, so let's say 2015. That's 12 years. That's not even crazy for an NBA player.
Yeah, but Dwayne Wade
12 years is low-key a prime. Like,
no, it's
Giannis was drafted in 2013. It's 2025. So it's been 12 years since he's been drafted. Would you say Giannis is in his prime?
Giannis in his prime, sure, yeah, but I would say his prime started like 2021 probably.
Okay, so at how old was Dwayne Wade in 2015? 30, 29? He's in his prime at that time. Same with Chris Bosh. There's no way.
You think Dwayne Wade was 30 or 29 in 2015?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
Wasn't he 18 when he got drafted in 2003?
I can check out.
So add 12 years to that.
Age.
So okay, he was 30, 31. Sure, he was 31. Let's just say that's still prime. That's still your prime.
He's 43 right now.
What is that? 1982. So add 20 would be 2002. 30 would be 2012. She was 31, 32.
31, 32, yeah.
Which is prime. That's your prime.
Sure, but if you take into consideration of all his the injuries that he was facing while he was playing with LeBron, that kind of like takes away his ability to like perform during his so-called prime years.
Also, LeBron played way more super teams than Jordan. How many super teams did Jordan play? Just the Celtics and the Pistons? But I guess those are 2. And I wouldn't even say the Pistons or any. I wouldn't say the Pistons were a super team. But they were good. They weren't a super team though.
They were a really great team.
Right. Yeah. And then LeBron had to play the Spurs. The first Spurs without Kawhi. Mm-hmm. The second Spurs with Kawhi.
What?
Like the 2007 Spurs, which was
Timmy,
Manu,
yeah.
TP.
Yeah.
Second Spurs with those 3 plus Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors with Curry, Clay, and Dre. That was the 73-9 Warriors. And then they had the second or third best player in the league the next year. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And LeBron had to play them dudes. And he took a game as well.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who's taken a game against those dudes. I can't lie.
He got a game against them in 2017.
Yeah, and he should have got another game in 2018, but
yeah, he should have.
JR's bum ass.
Or even two realistically, if like the ball.
But would you rather have 6 or 7 elite years? 6 or 7 elite years, or 20 years of eliteness? Like,
well, I think.
Sorry, I take that back. 10 years of eliteness for Jordan versus 23 years for LeBron. 23 years of eliteness for LeBron.
What year is he going into right now?
23.
Okay, I'll give you.
I think longevity should be a big part of the debate.
Sure, longevity is a big part of the debate. Huge part of the debate. But then you have to take into account Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I low-key think, if people weren't hating on me, I think Kareem has a better legacy than Jordan. What is he has as many rings as Jordan? More MVPs than Jordan?
Sure.
More points than Jordan?
Yeah.
More blocks than Jordan? More rebounds than Jordan? I think he has everything but less assists than Jordan.
But yeah, I agree with you.
So for me, it would be LeBron, Kareem, Jordan. That's what it is for me.
LeBron, Kareem, Jordan.
And he has what, 2 DPOIs, I think, too?
I think that's diabolical. I do think Kareem is top 3. I don't think
No, he's top 3 for sure, but I think he's better than Jordan. No, sorry. Let me
No, Kareem's better than
No. Let me take that back. If we're basing it on my criteria,
okay.
But if I was just ranking dudes straight up, I'm saying LeBron, Jordan, Kareem. But if you look at my criteria, the way I'm judging LeBron versus Jordan, I'm taking LeBron, Kareem, Jordan.
Okay.
Because Kareem has more DPOIs than Jordan, more chips than Jordan, more MVPs than Jordan.
More chips than Jordan.
As many as him. 6?
Many, yeah.
So 6?
Yeah.
Also 6-0, right? Or 6-1? I think he's 6-0.
He's not 6-0. They lost a couple of times. I think he probably lost.
Kareem final. But he has more finals appearances than Jordan, and he has 6 chips, so I guess that's worth more.
Sure,
right?
I mean, I guess you could say that about Kareem, but it wasn't like he was the leading fiddle when he was winning those 5 chips with the Lakers.
Didn't he have finals MVP in every single one?
No,
except one, because that was when he got injured in.
No, I mean that one went to Magic.
So he had 5-1, right? Was it 5-1?
No, Magic had like 2 or 3 finals MVPs.
Really? Kareem.
I was talking about it in my last podcast. Like
Kareem had 6 MVPs and he had 2 finals MVPs, right?
Yeah. So there was like 2 or 3 that went to Magic there.
Right. 6 MVPs is crazy though.
6 MVPs is crazy.
But my second
Jordan
thing
has
with LeBron
5.
is the second thing with LeBron is the voter fatigue is so retarded nowadays. Like
what?
You know voter fatigue?
Sure, yeah.
Like they don't have that in Jordan because everyone was in the 80s and 90s were just there to dick ride Jordan. You seen the infamous clip of the ref, right?
Yeah, no one's ever seen something like Jordan.
Yeah, LeBron.
Sure, yeah, you can say the same.
But no, there's no reason to be dick riding like that though, because like, why did LeBron in 2013? Why was he first team All Defensive but not DPOI? And Marc Gasol was second team All Defensive but 1 DPOI.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Why between 2008 and 2017, LeBron realistically should have won MVP like most of those seasons, probably like 1 or 2.
Do you think he should have won over Derrick Rose?
Yes.
2011.
Yes.
2012, who won it? It went to
LeBron. It was 2000. I think 2009 LeBron, 2010 LeBron, 2011 D Rose, 2012 LeBron, 2013 LeBron. LeBron hasn't won an MVP since 2013. But since 2013 to 2020, he was the best player in the world by far.
Do you think he should have won it the unanimous year that Curry won it?
See, the thing is, if that was anyone else, let me take that back. If that was in the 80s, LeBron would have won it. But nowadays, people are so quick to move on to the next biggest thing or the next newest thing. They'd rather do that. For example, Vic. I won't be surprised if he wins MVP this season, just because of shock value, or because he's the next biggest thing. Same with Shea, same with Jokic.
Wemby winning MVP.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they give him MVP.
That'd be crazy in my head.
It would be crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because he's not even the best player, but like just because he's the newest, next biggest thing, people are so quick to shift their attention.
Yeah.
Whereas in the 80s and 90s, if someone was the best player, regardless of standings or stats, they would just give it to that guy. For example, Jordan, Kareem. That's why Kareem had like 4 in a row, 5 in a row.
What,
something crazy.
MVPs?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Hold on, I just had it right now.
I don't know if he won 4 or 5 MVPs in a row. I may be wrong.
1, 2. He won in 71, 72, 74, 76, 77, 80. So he won 6 and 9 years.
Sweet.
You wouldn't see that nowadays. No matter how dominant somebody is, you wouldn't see that nowadays because you just wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that.
Well, I
Even Jokic could have realistically three-peated this season. But voter fatigue. Why do we all acknowledge voter fatigue as a thing? That shouldn't be a thing. There wasn't a voter fatigue in the 80s and 90s.
sure. I mean, you can put it on voter fatigue.
That's killing so many dudes' legacies because of voter fatigue.
Sure.
Right?
You could put it on voter fatigue as well. But I just think back then there was a lot of great players. But just the fact that Jordan was who Jordan is, like Jordan is who he was, like there were so many good players back then. I just don't I don't think people acknowledge.
But now the talent is just infinitely better.
Sure, as time progresses, like people get better.
Right. So LeBron's also playing better talent too.
You could say he was playing more talented players, sure, but I don't think that
better talent.
Yeah, talented. They're more talented.
Like they're better. I mean, they're better.
The competition that he faced
now, yeah, way better. For example, 1992 Olympics, Dream Team, a quote-unquote greatest team of all time. You know how many NBA players they played? Like 5.
Sure.
This last year they played like 100.
Nice. That's
a big difference.
That's the Olympics, though.
Yeah, so that's just the talent has got that much better across the world in the NBA.
I'm not making the argument that it has not.
So LeBron is playing better comp, and he still has four rings, 4 Finals MVPs, all the accolades on top of that.
You could say there's more comp in the NBA. I wouldn't disagree.
And if we're just talking just straight film, eye test, like you're watching both these dudes play.
If you look at eye test, there's no debate there. I'm sorry.
You're seeing Jordan with no left hand.
Jordan.
Have you seen I saw a dude on TikTok. He's breaking down Jordan's final film, right? Like all the shots that he's making, that whatever 40-point game or 30-point game, 0 left-handed layups. Or when they were forcing him left, he was like 0 for 6 or 1 for 7. 0 left hand. That's crazy.
Well, they can't stop him from going to right hand, so why would you go to your left?
But when they were forcing him left, he was shooting 1 for 7, 0 for 8, like terrible numbers. Shooting tour dates.
Clearly, it didn't work enough for them to stop him.
But he just wasn't as good as LeBron either. Like he wasn't as skilled.
Sure, as skilled?
He's not as skilled as LeBron.
No, he's not. He's not as skilled as LeBron. No, there's a lot of things that go into skill, like playmaking, rebounding, all that.
Right.
Stuff
yeah.
That you're mentioning beforehand.
So okay, if we're just counting stuff down, LeBron, what is Jordan better at? Scoring?
I think he's a better scorer.
That's all. I think that's where it ends.
You think so?
Yeah.
As a defender?
Prime LeBron's thing is Jordan. It was 6'6". I had it right here. 6'6", 215. LeBron 6'6", 260. Sorry, 6'9", 260.
He's a more versatile defender,
which is important. Which is important for being a better defender.
Sure, but I'd say that
can guard 1 to 5. Can play 1 to 5.
I don't think he can guard 1 to 5.
I swear he definitely played center.
Who, Jordan?
LeBron.
I mean, LeBron?
Yeah.
I think he could do like a decent.
When I say guard 1 to 5, I don't mean like you're getting on Embiid ass for the whole game. I mean like if you guys switch onto a big, you can hold your own.
Hold your own. Yeah.
Jordan cannot hold his own against a big, obviously, because he's 6'6", 215. But LeBron being 6'9", 260 versus Jordan.
MJ could guard 1, 2, 3.
1 through 3, 1 through 3. Yeah. Then 4 and 5, LeBron got that too. But 6-time all defensive versus 9-time all defensive. So it's only 3 more. But also you have to add the glaze tax, which is in the 80s and 90s.
But I again, like you say glaze tax, but like there's he was so much better than
Kobe has 12 all defensive teams.
Good for him.
He should not have after 2012. He should not have had any, and he had 4 in that time.
He had 4 defensive.
He had like 12 all defensive teams, and he was ass after like 2011 after he tore his Achilles.
Sure, he was never. Yeah, no. That's
the thing is, back then they just had eye test. Or not even eye test. If someone had the reputation of being a good defender, they would just vote him every time. Now they've got so much advanced stats, so they can see this person isn't as great as defensively.
So you're gonna, okay.
All this stuff is added up against LeBron. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, but I don't think people like take into account that the level of competition that was back then, though.
It's better now.
You can say it's better now, but then because
it is better now.
When you say like glaze tax and all that kind of stuff, I don't think people take into account the players that were playing at that time. You have people like Dominique Wilkins, you have people like Dikembe Mutombo, like Mark Price, like a James Worthy, a Magic Johnson, a Larry Bird, a Isaiah Thomas, a Joe Dumars, a Kevin McHale, a Charles Barkley, a David Robinson, a Hakeem Olajuwon, a Shaquille O'Neal with on the Magic, a Penny Hardaway, or a Tim Hardaway
We're acting like LeBron didn't play those guys too, though. Like we're acting like LeBron didn't play those guys.
What?
He played those same guys. He played most of those. He played against most of those guys.
Not when they were actually them.
Shaq, he played against Shaq when he was him.
He played against. When did LeBron play against Shaq when he was him?
Like they were in the league at the same time.
What, in like 2005?
2003, 2004?
No, because
I swear LeBron's rookie season. That's when
if LeBron was drafted, if LeBron was drafted in 2003, then that means he was.
That was the last year of the three-peat, right?
No, that's when they lost.
Oh, that's when the Spurs won the chip, and the year after they went the finals, right? Yeah. So he was still playing prime Shaq.
Sure, but he wasn't like doing anything against.
He still played Tim Hardaway. He played Chris Webber. He played Alonzo Mourning. I'm not sure he was a good Dikembe, but regardless, let's see. 2020, okay? This is who LeBron had to go through.
Okay.
Maybe if I'm saying this right now, you wouldn't realize the impact, but in 10 years when we look back, just how we're looking back at some of these dudes that we're talking about Jordan, you're going to see how big it is. Blazers, 2020. Dame and CJ.
Nice.
Dame's a Hall of Famer, easily.
Yeah.
Yo, Harden and Westbrook. Those are a crazy team to be playing. Beat them too. Jokic and Jamal Murray. Jokic is probably going to end his career top 5 all time.
Top 5 all time?
He only has 3 MVPs.
Top 5 all time.
He is. He actually is. For those of you guys that bet, Jokic is easy money.
Parlays.
Easy 30, 10, and 10.
Easy 30, 10, 10. And then, obviously, they beat the Heat in the finals.
Heat in the finals. That team wasn't that good, though, but East was pretty weak back then. That should have been the Raptors here, I can't lie. It should have been Raptors, Lakers.
It should have been Raptors. Yeah, it should have been Raptors, Lakers. We're not going to get into that, though.
Anyways.
I think we're just going in circles here because you bring up Glaze Tax, and then you bring up the teams that LeBron faced in the East, and then I bring up the teams that Jordan faced in the East as well. I guess we can end this segment by saying that I'll make one point, and then you can make the next point. I'll let you have the last word. But I just think that when you say Jordan never carried a team, I don't think that the level.
No. Sorry, I don't think he carried a team like how LeBron has.
Okay. When you say something like Jordan couldn't carry a team like LeBron has, sure, that has some validity behind it based on what actually happened. But if you look at the competition that Jordan played compared to the competition that LeBron played when he was carrying teams and when Jordan was carrying teams, I don't think that you can actually make that correlation between them because of the teams that are playing, such as the Bad Boy Pistons, such as those 80 Celtics. I mean, he dropped 60 in the Garden against Larry Bird. I think against the whole Bad Boys Pistons, let's say, persona did not come from just playing against Jordan, but their whole thing was we're going to take him out every time he jumps in the air because they couldn't stop him whatsoever. And I think that I heard Isaiah Thomas talking about it, or Zeke talking about it, like on the show once. He was talking about like, oh, if Jordan averaged 40, it was a good day for us, stuff like that. Like things like that are just like unheard of, and he didn't have any help as well. And you could also make this. You could say the same thing about LeBron not having any help as well. And I'm not gonna push back on anything like that. I just think if you look at the competition back then, if you look at the competition that he played when he was carrying teams, I don't think it's comparable to the teams that LeBron was carrying. Like the teams that LeBron was facing while he was carrying.
Well, you can't hold that against LeBron. All you can do is LeBron carried that team to the finals. That's all you can say. Like,
but you're holding that against Jordan though. Like the teams that he played, you say, "Oh, he can't."
I just said he wasn't winning. That's all I was saying. Like without Pippen, he wasn't as good.
But yeah, but that's what you're holding against him though. Like if he played teams like a Gilbert Arenas Washington Wizards compared to a Pistons, Bad Boy Pistons.
Well, he lost to the Cavs in 4 in his first playoff run. Like LeBron's not losing to that Cavs team.
The Cavs?
In Jordan's first playoff run, he lost in 4 against the Cavs.
Dude.
What?
Okay, when LeBron got
I'd rather make the finals 10 seasons and I'd rather make the finals 10 seasons than go to the finals only 6 times.
You'd rather make the finals 10 seasons?
10 times and 6 times.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
If you put Jordan in that situation, let's say swap them both. LeBron for Jordan, Jordan for LeBron.
Okay.
They'll both still go 6-0. Most maybe go more than 6-0.
No.
Switch. Put Jordan on the thing. I don't think they lose 2011. You're right, but I don't think they win 2016 though.
You don't think they win 2016?
No, not at all.
Who's guarding?
Okay, I think LeBron's impact in that series was just crazy. Like rebounding and assisting, which Jordan's not doing. He's getting the points, but that's all he's doing though.
Sure.
And Draymond can hold his own against. I'd say Draymond could hold his own. No one can guard Jordan, of course, but Draymond could definitely hold his own against Jordan for sure. He could definitely guard him. So I don't think they win in 2016. What? I don't think they won in 2016.
If you put Jordan on the 2016 Cavs instead of LeBron,
They don't win.
you don't think they win?
No, they don't.
I don't think they go down 3-1 in the first place.
I think they finished it in 5. I think the Warriors win in 5.
You think the Warriors finished in 5?
Yes,
and
yes,
Jordan
yes.
was in.
Is Jordan playmaking for Kyrie like LeBron? Is Jordan rebounding for Kyrie? Is Jordan playing defense like that? Is
You're not taking
block? Jordan's not doing block by James.
No, he's probably not because he doesn't have to because he's going to be staying in front of his man the whole time. Given that wasn't the scenario when LeBron did the chase down block, but I don't think like when LeBron was playing in that series, he was guarding. Was it Iggy?
I don't know. He was probably guarding a bunch of people.
He was switching a bunch of people. He's a versatile defender for sure. But I think that Jordan, you could put Jordan on. Like Iman Shumpert doesn't have to worry as much anymore about Klay Thompson and Steph Curry because Jordan is taking that challenge on defensively. And then never mind the impact that he's having on the offensive end of the court with Kyrie Irving, with the Kevin Love.
Jordan and LeBron aren't that far off defensively. Like you're saying, like it's a big impact.
No, but he wasn't guarding them, guarding Steph.
No, but I don't think they win in 2016 with Jordan. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think they go 6-0 if LeBron goes on the Bulls.
I mean, yeah, you can say that. I mean, I don't know if the fit works well because Scottie P and LeBron James are basically the same players, but LeBron James is like a super.
Yeah, but LeBron's just like playmaking and stuff for him, and he can shoot it too. He can shoot it better than Jordan for sure. Get some.
He doesn't have the same mindset when it comes to like getting the ball in the rim as Jordan. I think
people say that though. Like people say, oh yeah, LeBron's has like he's just gonna look at the scoring mindset, but you don't have 42K points without that mindset. You don't average 30.
For sure, yeah, no. I'll take that back. I don't think that he's not thinking as much of scoring as Jordan is.
Do you think Jordan's the greatest scorer of all time?
No,
right? KD, right? To me, it's KD.
Actually, no. It's a toss up for me between Jordan and KD. If you say KD, I'm not gonna fight back on it. But if you say Jordan, then I'm also not.
I just think KD had the 3-point element which Jordan didn't have.
Sure, and he's 7 foot and he can move like a guard. Like he's shifting
exactly.
and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
All right, I mean, you guys let us know who you think won that argument. I think that we both made some pretty valid points, but
we gotta clip that Glaze tax.
Clip the Glaze tax, yeah, for sure. But yeah, this is basically what happened a bunch of times when you're in high school, just sitting in class.
It's exact same arguments.
Did we not did we ever get in trouble for it?
No, because that teacher didn't care. That's why.
Oh yeah, I remember
she'd be scrolling her phone all day.
Some people would just be walking through class and all that kind of stuff. That's
literally from other class would just come chill in our class. Like Atik and all those dudes would come.
Atik, yeah. Did Misam come as well?
Or? All the Avengers too. They came too.
Avengers too, yeah. Shout out, yo! If you guys are seeing this, we're reminiscing, I guess today. But yeah, no, I want to talk about some personal stuff now.
Yeah, for sure.
With you. After high school, obviously, we all went our I wouldn't say separate ways. We see each other every now and again. I haven't seen you probably a couple months.
April.
Yeah, and I think coming out of high school stuff, just in general, was kind of scary for most people. I think for me, the jump into university was pretty difficult for me. The whole transit and all that kind of stuff, and meeting new people, and not seeing the same faces as you once did before. Especially because the professors don't really care if you show up or not.
No.
In high school, if you don't show up, the teacher's gonna be on you about that. But in uni, the professors are not gonna be on it.
Yeah.
And I commuted to school, but you live on campus,
right?
So how is that like?
Bro, I can't lie. That first year, bro, I was actually not. I wouldn't say I was scared. I was just a little worried because moving to a new city. I don't know nobody there. I knew one person, but I don't really know him like that. He's my roommate now, but
okay.
Back then I didn't really know him like that. So I guess I had one friend, and even then I wasn't even as outgoing or as confident as I am now. Probably because I was bad as fuck. First of all, I just didn't have the confidence in myself as I do now. I'd say. So even meeting new people, I wasn't really interested that much. I'd rather just chill in my room, watch YouTube, play games instead of going out and enjoying. I'm in a nice city,
right?
So many nice people, so many new people, so many opportunities in front of me, which I wish I took advantage of. Even school-wise, I wasn't really locked into school my first year, which is why my grades weren't as good as they should have been.
Okay.
But then I think second and third year, when I moved into my roommate, because first year I didn't have a roommate, by the way.
Oh wow.
My roommate came first week. He stayed in the room. He had like panic attacks and mental breakdowns, so he had to move out.
Wow.
So it was just me living in the room the whole year, alone. And I wasn't even living on campus because my dorm was like a 10-minute walk away from campus.
Ooh.
So I had to walk every day in the fucking whatever snow, -30 to get to class.
And he goes to Ottawa, right?
Yeah, so it's mad cold there too.
Yeah.
And the second thing is I had a meal plan as well.
Mm.
So the meal plan is on campus, but obviously I live 10 minutes away by walk.
Yeah.
And imagine when it's snowing, like 30 centimeters of snow, like bro, you don't feel like going.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch.
No breakfast, no lunch. Yeah, it was so bad first year. But the second year I locked in by my roommate. Well, I already knew my roommate, but I knew him. I got to know him better. Started chilling, playing games, watching football, watching basketball, just doing a bunch of stuff. And then now we're in third year, obviously. Probably locked in as ever, confident as ever. Confident as ever, hitting the gym, trying to stay focused on my studies, but it's hard because we got the co-op shit and nobody's getting jobs.
Yeah.
Like let's say like 200 people apply, one person will get a job, which is crazy. Like this is supposed to be a good degree apparently. That's what they were preaching all of high school, and now nobody can get a job. It's kind of fucked. But yeah, how you been though?
Yeah, no, university wise, I think school for me has kind of been like, I guess, tough because
you gotta commute. That's hard.
Yeah, commuting is hard, but also just like, I guess, like socializing with people is like a difficult part. It's not that like people like rude or anything.
No, it's just like, having the courage to put yourself out there is hard.
Right. Yeah. Having the courage to put yourself out there is kind of like scary as well.
Because like in high school, it just happens organically. Like you just in a class together, you sit beside each other, you just start.
And you're so close to one another as well.
Right. Like, in university, like you get to class, you sit down. 2 minutes later, lecture starts. Professor's talking, you've got no time. Lecture ends, everyone's out there. That's all it is in university.
And you're also just like older now. You have like more responsibilities.
Right.
So you have to have a job.
For sure.
You have to take care of your family.
For sure,
and stuff like that. But yeah, sorry, can you check if your mic's still on?
Green?
Oh yeah, green.
Sir.
Okay, perfect, great. But yeah, what kind of struggles did you find? Oh, sorry, you mentioned your roommate first year had like panic attacks or something like that.
Yeah.
You don't have to go into detail, but like, do you know like what was like around, or was it just like?
Nah, it was like the first week because he's never been away from his family. I think I didn't know him that well. I knew him for like 2 days, and then
okay.
Like we moved in on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday he stayed. Saturday he was gone.
Yeah,
I really talked to him. He was a little weird, but like
a little weird.
Yeah. Like, you watching sports? Nah. What do you do for fun? Oh, I just be coding on my computer. Oh hell no, bro. I'm with you for a whole year. That's crazy.
We had a coding class in Meadowville.
Yeah, but coding for fun? He's like, I just be coding on my computer.
Oh, okay.
Like, come on, bro. Are we serious? You don't
watch
no sports? You don't play no sports? No.
Yeah. And you mentioned a lot about like you didn't have confidence in yourself. You think that you were a bit overweight and all that kind of stuff. Like, how did that like? I can see like you were way more confident now. Like, how did that confidence?
I didn't realize it at the time because I thought I'm pretty confident. I'm a pretty good. Like, I'm a good dude. Like I feel like at the time I was like, yeah, I'm okay. But then now I see 2 years later like how much work I put in.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see the difference, the pictures, how I look, how I was acting. I'm like, yeah, that's crazy difference, crazy improvement.
What do you think the difference was, or the improvements? Or what kind of improvements did you see?
I think being alone for sure, because I had no family. Like all my family's over here.
Okay.
So like all the problems, you gotta figure them out yourself. You got no one to talk to.
Right.
You gotta figure that shit out yourself.
So how did you do that?
I don't know. I just made it through. I don't even know how. Low-key, I don't even know how I made it through. I guess talking to my brother Sean.
Okay.
He's always there. He's always there for me, which is good. My boys, which is good. I talk to them all. I be talking to them, playing Ayan. You know Ayan.
Yeah, Ayan.
FIFA.
Shout out Ayan, man. You better hop on this one time.
We be playing FIFA, Fortnite, all those games. But yeah, we watching basketball with my roommate, football.
Nice.
But yeah, I love watching football.
Nice.
You watch football?
Do I watch football?
Bro, you should get into it.
No, I don't watch football. Mr. Fugler asked me if I wanted to play on the football team in grade 12.
Yeah, I remember I was there when he asked you.
I was like, no. I like my life, bro. It's too way.
You would have had a lot of fun. I can't lie.
Dude, the team was so bad.
It don't matter if the team was bad. It's the camaraderie. If we were good, it would have been even more fun.
Yeah, I guess. Did you have fun on the football team?
Grade 11, I had so much fun, even though I wasn't as good as I was in grade 12.
Yeah.
Grade 11, I had a lot of fun. We were actually good. It's just the teams we were playing were like way fucking better. We played the same team 3 times.
You still have
it was the COVID year, right?
Yeah, it was COVID. In grade 12, I think you put like a mixtape out there or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, 20%.
But anyways, grade 12, we were ass as a team, but like, I guess I was good at that time. But grade 11, I wasn't that good. But we were really good as a team because we had all those super seniors from pre-COVID, like grade 13s.
Yeah.
And those guys were all really good.
Right.
so which made it really fun because we were actually a good team.
Yeah.
Like the teams we were playing were like they weren't supposed to be in our tier. They were supposed to be in the tier above us. I don't know why they signed up for our tier.
Was it like what's that?
Tier 1, tier 2.
No, like what's that school that you guys played?
David Suzuki.
Not the one that
Carmel?
like made it, Carmel. Yeah.
Even Carmel, they were a level tier above us too. They should not have been with us.
Yeah.
They had like 4 dudes who went to got U Sports offers, and one of them I see his highlights like every time for Laurier. He be killing.
Yeah,
He's a killer.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's bonkers.
And
So
I used to play with him in grade 10, like on our flag football team.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's how I started playing football, like through meeting with those guys, and that's how I got better. And those guys were like insane, like levels above me.
Damn, yeah. And if you guys didn't know, this guy he was on the cricket team, and this is your 2022-2023
yes, sir.
cricket MVP right there. So yeah, no, you definitely had some like experience there where you could like I think like in high school like it's easier for you to like get to know people. You can like try out for different teams.
Yeah, right. Because I used to play soccer. I played soccer in grade 11. I was on a soccer team in grade 11, and then grade 12 I was cricket and football. I was on a bunch of teams. Yeah, it was really good.
And it's easier to like just meet people.
Right, exactly. Yeah. The only like I didn't enjoy. Second thing, in university I didn't join no clubs. Like I played in intramurals like basketball and football.
Sure.
But I don't really count. You're not really meeting. You're just hooping or playing football, and then you're dipping right after.
Yeah.
Whereas at a club, you're actually talking to people. Sure. This is the first year I joined a club, which is good.
Nice. Well, what club is it?
PSA, Pakistani Student Association.
Nice.
So all the brown people, because Ottawa was all white people.
all the brown people.
Yeah, right. So it's all white people. So seeing people that like know what you're experiencing, look like you, it makes a difference for real.
Nice. And so another thing I wanted to touch upon with you is you are a Muslim, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
A proud one, right?
Of course.
A proud one. I like it. For me, obviously, I think I'm a Christian.
Yes, sir.
I think that one thing I want to say before we get into this discussion is that I do believe that a Muslim has way more respect towards Jesus than a typical, let's say, a typical Christian does. 100%. I do it. That is like it's not a debate to me that they have more respect for Jesus. But yeah, who is Jesus to you in your life?
In Muslim, in Quran or in Islam, he's call him Prophet Isa. So like, I think the way it was done was like 5 prophets came with 5 books. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the Bible is one of them. That's one of the 5 books.
Okay.
And the Quran is also one of the 5 books. So Prophet Muhammad came with the Quran, and Prophet Isa, which is Jesus, came with the Bible.
Okay.
So obviously they're spreading their word and spreading religion. Only one God, only worship that God, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But Jesus and Mary, like in Christianity, I know they're super big, but in Islam, obviously we respect, like I have a lot of respect, hold them in a high regard for Jesus and Mary. But in Islam, I think Prophet Muhammad is held the highest. Like he's like
right
number one, right?
Yeah.
But and the same thing in Christianity, I think maybe some sects, like I know there's like Catholic and like Protestant and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's Catholics.
Or like some of them worship Jesus, or some of them I don't know. I'm not sure
Catholics they worship like Mary, like the
right. They're worship like to us Jesus he wasn't a god, he was a human.
Yeah, they worship like Jesus' disciples, like John or Peter and stuff.
Yeah, like so we're not worship in Islam. I think that's where it differentiates. Where some Christians worship Jesus, or like they treat him like a god or like the son of God, whereas he's just a human. Mm-hmm. Which is he's spreading religion. He's spreading the true word of God.
Okay.
We don't worship him. We respect him. Only thing we worship is God.
Okay.
Which is where it differentiates from Christianity.
Right. I know a bit about Islam. Like I looked into it a lot and I read it a bit. I don't know like a lot about it. I haven't read the Quran ever, but I've like seen stuff about it and heard stuff about it. Yeah. It's really cool. I do like it. But yeah, like obviously Allah is the God you're referring to. Yeah. Like what is your relationship look like with Allah? Like what is it like?
I can't lie, before I wasn't praying as much as I wanted to, because you're supposed to pray 5 times a day in Islam. And like when I was not even younger, like maybe a couple years ago, last year, I wasn't praying as much as I wanted to, but like I think over the last like 6-7 months, I got closer. I started praying as much as I can. Maybe not 500 because the morning one is the hardest to wake up. Because I wake up like crack of dawn, which is like 3, 4, 5 a.m.
Wow.
Like right now, I think it's doable. It's like 6:30 a.m. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But in the summer, it's like 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Thing is, once I wake up, I can't go back to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
So once, because you gotta like it's called like wuzu. It's called like you cleanse yourself before you pray. You gotta wash your face.
Okay.
Gargle, clean your nose, stuff like that.
Right.
Once I splash that cold water on my face, I'm up the whole day now. Which made it hard to pray in the morning. But like the afternoon, evening prayers, yeah, I be doing them all the time,
Nice.
which is good.
Nice.
Like 80%, but I gotta get to 100% though. That's the goal, of course.
Like, what do you feel when you pray to Allah? Like, do you feel like a sense of connection with Him, or do you feel like you're just talking to Him? Like,
well, it's when you're praying, it's in Arabic, so I don't really know exactly fully what I'm saying. But the thing is, it's not what I'm saying; it's how you feel after. Like, God is always with you. And I've always heard it saying like, God doesn't put burden on a soul more than they can bear. Like,
okay,
for example, if you think of a thought like, oh, I'm gonna be the best basketball player in the world, or I want to be successful. The reason why God put that thought in your head, because He knows you can do it. You just have to find the steps. You have to do the steps.
Okay.
To get there.
Right.
And the same thing is like when people talk about anxiety or depression. God puts that in your head, but He knows you can fight through. He knows you can beat it, which is like a test. He puts that in your head so you can beat it, so you come out on the other side stronger.
Okay.
Another quote I heard is, well, this isn't really religion, but you should never chase success. You should chase excellence, and success will come with it. So if you live like that in everything you do, I think that's you live the perfect life. Like,
what is excellence to you?
For example, if you're in anything you do, for in school, example, you finish a lecture, you start studying right away instead of procrastinating it.
Okay.
In terms of religion, obviously not slacking on your prayers, doing them 5 times a day.
Okay. Try
not to swear.
Yeah.
Right? But excellence in everything you do, respect your parents, or any endeavor you do in your life. If you tried like your life depended on it, anything you do, there's no way you don't become the GOAT, or you don't become like the greatest. Like, you don't become successful. It's not possible. Right. Imagine everything you did it like your life depended on it, like it was life or death.
Yeah.
There's no way you wouldn't be successful. It's just not possible.
For sure.
It's just getting yourself to do tasks like it's life or death is the hard part.
So out here's like, I guess an illustration I could use is like someone like they wake up, they're tired, but like they know they want to go to the gym.
Right, exactly. Right. But the gym is easy. It's just like you wake up, you just lift a couple weights.
Sure, but like difference when it's like you have to like pray and all that.
Right, exactly. Yeah. It's so easy to just skip. I'll just skip it to the next one.
Sure. Yeah. I get that. I see. Another question I wanted to ask you about like Islam is like I've talked to different Muslims about this, and like I really enjoy talking to them because I do enjoy their insights on it. But if you I'll say something. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand about Islam is that when Jesus was on the cross, they like an angel came down, or they switched the
right. So I think I'm not sure it's the full story. I know the story, but I don't know. Okay, I can explain what happened. Was when they were about to crucify Jesus, didn't the dude who snitched on him, isn't he Judas?
Judas, yeah.
Right. So what in Islam I think we believe is what God switched Judas's face to look like Jesus, and he brought Jesus to heaven.
Brought Jesus to heaven.
Right.
So Judas was
the one who got crucified, and then when Jesus came down, as he got reborn or got back from the dead, God just brought him back down from heaven.
Sorry, I don't understand that part.
You know how like Jesus was reborn after he got crucified, or not reborn, but like resurrected, right? Yeah. We don't think he got resurrected. We just think he was brought down from heaven.
Brought down from heaven.
And Judas is the one who got crucified because God just changed his face to look like Jesus.
Okay. And then what did Jesus do after he got resurrected?
He just like preached religion, right? Like
preached religion.
Yeah.
Okay. So he did like the same thing that like kind of like the Bible.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
So you do believe Jesus came back down? Like, you do believe Jesus got not resurrected, but he came back down?
I think everything is the same, except you guys believe he was killed and resurrected, whereas we just believe he just went to heaven and came back down.
Yeah, for sure. I understand like the difference between Islam. I was just wanting to understand like the story of it. So if you guys like for me, where I'm coming from, I know that I make a lot of mistakes in my life, whether it be just like sinful natures, anger, lust, like maybe like I forgot what's that sin?
Laziness? Isn't it?
Sure, like laziness is one of them, but like when you eat too much.
Oh, I was just watching a movie on this. What was it called?
I forgot what it's called. Gluttony, yeah. I wanted to say gluttony, but I don't know if it was the right word. Like gluttony, all that kind of stuff, or just like like for me, like I'm very happy that like people don't see, like if there's like the TV, there's TV right there, but like you see a TV right there.
Right.
I'm very happy that when I walk around people, there's not like a TV showing like all the thoughts in the
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's
bro.
like really crazy, right?
Yeah.
And there's like sometimes people come up to me like, oh, Tushab, you're a very sweet person, you're nice, this and that. But like if they had this like a TV right there, I'd be like scared.
Right, exactly,
like they would think about me like a whole different way, right?
But that's everybody. That's not just you though.
Sure, exactly. That's so for me, Jesus is someone that like when I think about Jesus and what he did on the cross for me, it means that I don't have to work my way to heaven. He came down and he paid the price for me. And so what I'm asking for you is what makes you believe that you will enter heaven, or like how do you earn God's love to you or something?
The thing is, you don't know you're going to heaven or not. Like you just have to live your life as a good person. Like it's not guaranteed you get into heaven. Like I guess if you say someone, if you pray 5 times a day, you fast, you be a good person, yeah, you get into heaven, but you don't really know though, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you can do is live your life to the best ability. You do all the things you need to do, and then you just be a good person, and that's how you get into heaven. But I don't know I'm getting into heaven. I can say, yeah, if I do this, I'm gonna go to heaven, but I don't know at the end of the day.
Right.
I just have to be the best person I can be,
right,
and do all the things I have to do.
And I think, like, you mentioned like do all the things that you have to do and all that kind of stuff. Like I think that's like a big difference, I guess, from Christianity and Islam. Given there is a lot of hypocritical Christians out there that I will say that like they say they're a Christian, they say that they're followers of Christ, and they do like the exact opposite, or like the only time they ever really, let's say, pray or worship Jesus is on Sundays or stuff like that. But I guess like for me, the difference between Christianity or just being a follower of Christ and Islam is the fact that you don't have to earn your way to heaven, because you already understand that Jesus cleansed your sins for you. And so when I think about that stuff, it kind of gives me a sense of like peace and relief that okay, like I don't gotta be this perfect person.
Or exactly. That was my next point. Exactly. Okay. So one of God's names, our God is the same God. It's just, I call him Allah, you call him God. It's the same thing though.
Okay.
One of his names in Arabic is I think Ar-Rahman, which is all forgiven.
All forgiven.
Which means no matter how much you sin, as long as you repent and you know that like, yeah, God forgives me, as long as you repent, you're not arrogant like, oh, it don't matter if I sin, then you'll always be forgiven and you can get into heaven.
Okay.
Which is like, I always think like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have yelled at this person. Mm-hmm. Oh, I should have not skipped my prayers. As long as you repent and try to fix that mistake or try to work on yourself, God will forgive you. Mm. You can't just beat yourself up. You can't beat yourself up about it too much, because any human is gonna make 100 mistakes a day. You can't like just be sad over every single one. You just have to try not to make the mistake again, and then try and repent, and then you'll be good.
I like that a lot. I guess for me, when I think about it, is like in the Bible it mentions how the wages of sin is death, and so if Jesus didn't die on the cross, like from your perspective, if Jesus didn't die on the cross, who pays for the penalty of your sins?
I mean, who pays for the penalty of my sins?
Like you can repent, right?
Yeah.
Like if let's say I hit you, right? Yeah. Like I'll say I'm sorry, but you still take the hit, right? You still get hurt. Like still the action still happens. Like even if I say I'm sorry, like who pays for that?
I mean, it don't matter if you say sorry. It's just like, do you feel bad you did it?
For sure. Let's say I do feel bad,
and you repent, like it's over. Like you should erase, like an eraser. Like imagine. Okay, in Islam, another thing. Do you believe that there's 2 angels on your shoulder? I'm not sure if it's in Christianity too, but they're writing your good and your bad sins down. Okay. So when they write your good, the one who's writing your good sins is on the right, or your good stuff is on the right. Okay. All the good stuff you do in a day, and then the ones who write all the bad stuff is on your left. And I think the analogy they use in Sunday school is like the one on the right writes all your good sins in marker. And the one on the left uses pencil. Okay. So when you sin and you repent, they just erase it. Like act like it never happened. Nice. You get it? I guess no one's paying for the sins, it just gets like removed. Like as long as you repent, you feel bad about what you did, you try not to do it again. Obviously you might do it again, but like you feel bad, you repent, all good.
So explain to me more about that, because when I think about that, like if I do
obviously some stuff is forgivable, but like
sure, like if
killing someone,
sure, like if God is in your, like when you were explaining before, if God is all forgiving, and you mentioned that there's some things that are unforgivable.
Right.
Where does that leave that person?
I know there's one sin for sure is like unforgivable, like no coming back from it, and it's associating God, like believing in more than one God, like actually believing in more than one God, not like on some fake shit, on some real, like you believe in more than one God, you believe that there's equals to God. It's called shirk in Islam.
Okay.
And once you get to that point, like it's over for you. Like I don't think no coming back from that.
No coming back from that.
I think that's the worst sin. I think all the sins can be forgiven with a certain amount of time and repentance. I think that's the only one that can't be.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's also like, I'll get to that part later because I do love this conversation right now. So if you believe in more than one God, from what you just said, I believe that there's the Holy Trinity, there's the Holy Spirit, there's Jesus, and then there's the Father up in heaven. But like also, let's say, like you say more than one God. For example, if I believed in Buddhism, there's a bunch of gods.
Right.
Or in Hinduism, there's a bunch of gods as well.
Yeah.
Would that be the same?
Yeah, that's probably the definition of it.
Okay.
For example, in Hinduism or in some of these religions, they worship idols. Like there's like an idol and they're like praying to it, which is like one of the not synonyms. One of like one of the things of shirk is like praying to idols.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is one of the examples of if like you're praying to idol, you're doing shirk.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. I don't think the Holy Trinity counts because you're still believing in one God. You just think I think God's a vessel.
Which one?
Like the Holy Trinity is like the Holy Spirit,
Jesus, and then the Father.
Right. So you're just thinking God is coming through them, right? Yeah. Like God is putting Himself into them.
Oh yeah. Right. I guess. Let me try
to like their body is a vessel to God to speak, type something like that, right?
No, that's a good question. Like, what do you know? How do you comprehend the Holy Trinity?
Well, I know there's a bunch of different types of Christianity, so I'm confused on that part. Like you're Catholic,
Christian.
You're Christian, but like there's types of Christianity, right? Like Catholicism, baptism, all that stuff.
There's just forget about. Like, explain to me what you know about the Holy Trinity. Like, don't like.
I just see in the movies that people like. They be going like this in the horror movies.
Oh, the horror movies. Okay.
Yeah. So, well, I think from our conversation, I never really talked about Christianity with anyone because I don't come up. But I guess from our conversation now, I'm piecing it where, I guess God is as like a vessel in their bodies, like. He's sort of putting himself into their bodies, like he's speaking through them. So like, I guess if you're worshiping them, you're not worshiping another God. You're worshiping God, but just through someone else's body.
Yeah.
Like let's say you worship Jesus. You're not really worshiping Jesus. You're worshiping God, but He's in Jesus' body.
Right. So I guess hopefully, like, if I don't explain the Holy Trinity properly here, guys, like, don't kill me. But from what I understand of the Holy Trinity is the Holy Spirit is the Spirit of God. Mm-hmm. Jesus is the human form of God.
Right.
The man who came
That's
down.
What I meant. Yeah.
The man who came down in human form.
Right.
And so, and then God the Father. It's not like when Jesus came down to earth. From my belief system, that like heaven was empty, or like there was no God in heaven. There was still the Father up in there. It was just God came down in human form.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
And so the Holy Spirit is something that lives inside of me, inside of you, inside of everybody. It's just whether or not you decide to act upon it. So there's there's three deity, like there's three forms, I guess, but one deity.
That's what I was also trying to say. Like, I think Christians, Jews, and Muslims can't ever do shirk unless they actually do shirk because they're monotheistic religions.
Okay.
Meaning they only believe in one God.
Sure.
Whereas Hinduism is like polytheism, which is believe in multiple gods.
Yeah.
So that's why a Christian or a Jew can't be, or a Muslim can't be really doing shirk unless they actually do shirk, like worship an idol or something.
Right. But as like from a Muslim perspective, if I believe Jesus is the Son of God, Jesus is like God in human form, that's a no-go, right?
Yeah, exactly. No.
Right.
No.
Okay. From like, I guess like from what we were just talking about, like, how do I explain it? When I listen to you talk and the character that you are, I don't think there's anyone ever too far or too close to God to like really get to know Him. And so obviously, I know that you're Muslim, a very devout Muslim as well, from what I understand right now. I guess my whole question to you is like, um, who pays for your wrongdoings? Like you can apologize for a wrongdoing, but who pays for it?
Nobody.
But like for example, like if I like rob somebody, right?
Yeah.
And I go to the officer and I'm like, I'm very sorry. And the person that I robbed is right there. Like I robbed a store. I'm very sorry.
Right.
That doesn't change the fact that I actually did that. And so there's something about being just. And in the Bible it mentions how God is just and fair, and God is love, God is just and fair. It's not justice if it wouldn't be just if I just say sorry. Like even if I mean it, like I'm
Of course
truly
not.
sorry.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be.
There's still a certain level of penalty that has to be paid.
Yeah,
for
you gotta
the
pay your
action.
consequences. Yeah.
Exactly. So how do you, like, from your perspective, who pays for that, or do you do yourself?
I mean,
based
they
on
get the consequences. Like, what are the consequences are? I think, back in the day, they used to chop people's hands off, like if they stole.
Sure.
So that's the penalty.
No, but I'm asking you, like, from your perspective, does in Islam, what are the wages of sin?
I guess it depends what you do. I know that if you, let's say you're fasting, right, and you break your fast, like that's a sin, for example.
Okay.
You gotta. I think there's one of three things you can do. You can either feed like 20 poor people, free a slave, which I don't think applies anymore,
Sure.
or like you can donate a certain amount of money,
Okay.
which is some way you could, I guess, free your sin or like undo your sin. But when people say repent, it don't mean like you just say sorry to yourself and it's just over.
No, yeah.
It takes like time. Like you gotta, if it's especially if it's a big thing you just did,
Yeah.
like you rob someone, for example.
Yeah.
So you better be on the prayer mat all day, my boy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I guess like I want to bring that like that big of a level, or that like high level of wrongdoing, to ask you to like make it more clear. Like there is a certain level of like justice has
Of course,
to,
yeah,
justice
yeah,
has
of course,
to
of
prevail.
course.
And that's something for me, like personally, that's why I'm kind of looking forward to the day of judgment, because I know that God's going to be just and fair. Because there's a lot of people in this world, from I guess from my perspective, there's a lot of people in this world who's never heard the word Jesus, who's never like learned about Jesus.
Exactly, exactly. That's what I always thought. Like if no one's heard of God, like the people in the middle of nowhere, like they don't know what God is. How are they going to be judged on the day of judgment? But I think I think they talk about it in Sunday school. Like if they've never heard of God or anything like that, like they can't be judged against because like they don't know. They don't know any better.
Exactly.
If they just live their life as a good person, I think they get into heaven.
Right. Obviously we don't know how God is gonna judge people on the day of judgment, because we all are unique individuals created in His image. We all do our own little things here on earth. However, it does mention in the Bible how people like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, Rahab, the Gentile prostitute, they were way before Jesus' time. Probably like not at the start,
thousands of years ago.
Thousand years before, and they never heard the word Jesus. But it mentions how in Hebrews, I forgot, the book of Hebrews, like in the New Testament later on, like late in the New Testament. It mentions how those 5 people are going to be in heaven, but they never heard the word.
Those are dudes I'm talking about. You know, I said the 5 books.
Yeah,
it's the same dudes you're talking about.
Oh,
you
sweet.
You just said it in English. I just said like the Arabic name.
Sweet. Then exactly. Perfect. What has like your experience as a Muslim, or being in being a Muslim been in your life? Like, what has like some trials and tribulations that you faced, or what's some like struggles that you faced that like you feel like Islam has helped guide you through?
Bro, I can't lie. As a kid, my parents would make me and Sean go to Sunday school, and I hated going there because, like, imagine wasting your whole Sunday. Like, you gotta wake up early. You gotta be there till like 2:30, just studying like religious stuff as a kid. But then, as I grew up, like the age I am now, last couple years, I realized how important that was. Like all the stuff that taught me, all the knowledge I gained, just all the stuff that you should know about your religion or how it operates or how God works. Just all the stuff you should know. I think that really helped me. Approaching life for sure. All the topics in life, like with the bitches, with studying, with how you should treat your family, which how you should treat people, all the stuff. Which I think the amazing thing about the Quran is, I'm not sure if you're ever gonna read it, but if you read the English translation, it basically tells you how you should live your life. Almost everything that you do in a human life, which is crazy because that book was made 1400 years ago, but all the stuff in there still applies, which is one of the miracles of the Quran. That's what Muslims say.
For sure.
The miracles of the Quran is all the stuff that that was written down 1400 years ago still applies today, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like, how is that even possible? That 1400 years ago, they didn't even have like electricity 1400 years ago.
Yeah, they preserved
all that stuff still applies today.
The way that they preserved it for this long.
Exactly, right. Yeah. They preserved it for that long. They were running on rocks or something, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I like that take because I guess for me, like for the longest time, I guess like I looked at Islam as like I think when we had a soccer tournament, I think grade 12, I think you were like the assistant coach or something like that.
Yeah.
You're helping out a bit. And like I think at the time you guys were fasting for what?
I remember, yeah, we were fasting Ramadan, yeah. And all the dudes were fasting and running their ass off. That's crazy.
I was like, damn, these people are like really serious about that kind of things. And that's something I really respect about.
This motherfucker Jan, bro, everyone on the team, but he was actually starting on the team. Like, no water for the whole day. You guys played like 4 or 5 games.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
He's going crazy on that. Yeah, but yeah, I think like the biggest question I have with Islam is just like who, like it to me it seems like and I hope you don't take it disrespectfully or anything like that. I'll try to like keep this as like direct as possible. But when I think about all the other different religions in the world, you can include Christianity in this as well because I feel like Christianity has been used to suppress a lot of people in this world, such as like has been used to justify a lot of injustices in this world, such as slavery, in America.
Right.
And we learn about like the First Nations people and like indigenous or residential schools and all that kind of stuff. But I think that when you get to know Jesus, it's from like I guess you can say like a Christian standpoint. When you look at religions such as Buddhism, Hinduism, and Islam, and then I won't go to atheism or agnosticism, but it all seems like work-based. Like you work your way to become like a good person, and all that kind of stuff.
Just like how everything is, though. Everything is like
that. For sure. They had how everything is, and I think with Christianity or just following Jesus in general, is the same thing. Like you do have to work. You do have to work. Like laziness is definitely a big sin because God has made us all equally, but also uniquely to do the will that He has for us in our lives. And I believe in the book of James, it mentions how faith without works is dead.
Sorry, say it again.
Faith without works is dead.
Faith without works is dead.
Yeah. So basically, what it means is that like, just because you have faith isn't good enough. If your faith was truly genuine, you would actually work.
100%. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. And so I think that, but another part of that in what we learn in the New Testament is that God comes to us and God's grace is sufficient throughout our whole time. And I guess something that I wanted to share with you is that with Jesus, there's like you don't have to fight for His attention, nor his love or affection, or his, I guess, to be perfect. He actually tells us to come to me, you weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. I know I'm giving you a bunch of verses here, but I guess like what I'm trying to nail into you right now is just to like what I'm trying to like the point that I'm trying to make is that you don't have to be perfect and you're not working your way to God. It's actually when Jesus came down to earth and became man, and what He did on earth and what He did on the cross for us, and when He resurrected back from the dead, it kind of signifies that He actually comes to us. Because actually after when He was resurrected after the 3 days, He comes to the disciples. He comes to the disciples and He tells them, "Oh, look, put your hand through the nail prints in my hand." Like he was like a real human being, just like us, but like he still had the scars and everything, you know. it's crazy. Like people getting crucified back then.
Bro,
It was
they were getting crucified like left and right. Like,
yeah,
for real.
it was bad for like any sin that you commit. So it was like it was crazy.
But even if you didn't know, if you suspected someone for sinning, you're actually getting crucified. Like, that's
for
crazy.
sure, yeah. And I'm just like, and for Jesus to come down and to do what he did for us and to make it like clear that okay, we are all sinners, like we are all messed up children. Like it gives like it gives if Jesus really did, if Jesus really was who he said he was, um from a biblical perspective, it changes everything of how like we look at life.
How so? How so?
Because if Jesus said what he if Jesus really did resurrect from the dead and he did everything that he said he was going to do.
Like what? So I don't know. So I'm asking you.
No, it's okay. For example, he said that he is gonna go away for a couple of days, or not a couple of days. He's gonna go away,
Right.
but he's gonna send a messenger. And the messenger isn't any other prophet.
Was it just him himself?
It was the Holy Spirit I was talking about. It's the
Got
Spirit
it,
of God,
got
and he sends it into his disciples. And actually, in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, John's like the last book from the. Never mind. I don't know how to explain it properly, but basically, after Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, there's a book of Acts, and in Acts is basically a book of the apostles or the disciples of Jesus,
right.
And they're going out and they're preaching, "Oh, we saw Jesus rise from the dead."
So these are the dudes who are spreading Christianity like across the world.
These are the dudes that like followed Jesus while he was alive, before he got crucified.
Right, but that's how Christianity got spread through them.
I mean, it started with Jesus. He's planting the seeds and whatnot.
But is that how it got big though? Like after he got crucified, they were
after he got crucified, then it was the disciples going all over,
right.
and then you have people like Paul and stuff like that, just like going over to like Asia, to the Middle East,
Europe,
and all that, Europe, all that kind of stuff. So what I guess like I'm trying to say here is like when the Holy Spirit, it actually says in Acts, when the Holy Spirit comes down and comes and like resides within us, the Holy Spirit gave Peter, one of his disciples at the time, just the power to just like speak really fast. You know, like, have you ever heard the expression of like speaking in tongues?
Speaking in tongues? What does that mean?
Yeah, it's like you're speaking really fast and you don't actually understand what people are saying, but you're speaking. It's like it's kind of like what you mentioned when you're praying in the morning, you don't know what you're saying.
Well, I don't know what I'm saying anytime. It's Arabic, like.
Yeah. So like you don't know what you're saying, but like it's from God. Like God is speaking through them at that time.
Right.
But they're speaking like blah 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 blah, blah, like it's a bunch of
true.
But basically, when the Holy Spirit resided in them, it's like they all got drunk off the Holy Spirit. Like like when you like I've never gotten higher drunk before, but like when I've seen people get like higher drunk, they're like, oh gosh, blah, blah, blah. There's some people who like lazy drunk and all that kind of stuff. People when they're drunk, they're just like, man, let's keep partying.
Well, some dudes, that's another point. Like, bro, some dudes don't have control of their mental because real people, if I wouldn't know, but I'm seeing people who are like stronger mentally when they get high or drunk, they're in control of their senses. People who go crazy aren't in control of their senses. They're weak mentally.
Sure.
So if you see someone who gets drunk and they just be acting a fool, or someone who gets high and start acting a fool,
right,
that's just a sign that they're not control of their mental.
Yeah, and so what I was trying to say there is that they basically were just like uncontrollably drunk with the Holy Spirit, and it was like a crowd of 900 people, and basically they all came to put their faith in Christ. I don't know like the exact number, but I guess like what I'm trying to say here is that if Jesus actually did what he did, actually let's put it this way: if Jesus didn't actually, if Jesus wasn't who he said he was, why do you believe that the apostles died on the cross?
I don't think the apostles are that big in well, they're not really talked about in Islam. Like I know of course they existed, but they're just not talked about that much.
Okay.
In the Quran especially, because I think most of what Jesus or Nabi Isa's story came from the Quran. Like it's all literally in the Quran if you just read the English translation.
Okay.
They really don't talk about the apostles that much.
Right.
Like I guess the way they explain it was he was born through Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
He had no dad, of course. Christians believe that God is his dad. Muslims believe that
he had an earthly father, but
Muslims believe that God just said be, and he was born. Like
yeah, I mean like the Virgin Mary, like she never like
Yeah, she never.
giving
Yeah,
she
she never had a man. She just like God just said be, and she goes pregnant.
what I'm trying to say is like she had a partner, she had a husband, but they didn't conceive
Right,
or like
exactly. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, so that's how it's explained in Quran, and then obviously he grows up, he's doing all the miracles.
hmm
People get jealous of him.
sure. And then the
They
whole
try to crucify him.
and then
Judas gets
Yeah,
crucified.
Judas
I don't think it says in the Quran Judas got crucified. It says the dude who snitched on him, which I think now I know is Judas,
it's Judas, yeah.
was the one who got crucified instead, and God just bring him to heaven.
Shoot, I forgot my train of thought there. Oh gosh, okay, my bad. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is like the apostles ended up getting crucified, whether or not like
Oh yeah, I did read about that. Yeah,
yeah, so
and
the
they got
apostles,
crucified like in a worse way. Like
yeah, they did. Like Peter, for example, he was uh formerly known as godly.
were they tortured and then crucified? I think I read something like that maybe.
Sorry, yeah, no, they were tortured. Some were beheaded, some were crucified.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Some like
Yeah. It was way worse than what Jesus.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, but I was reading how they all were all killed
yeah,
because I was also interested. Why didn't the apostles get talked about in Islam?
yeah. My bad. So what I was trying to say earlier was Peter was formerly known as Simon, and then Jesus gave Simon or Peter the name as Peter. He named Simon Peter, basically the rock. This is going to be the rock of which I build my foundation on, which I build my kingdom on. And Peter was like, okay, I'm not worthy to die like the same way that Jesus died. Put me upside down and crucify me.
Damn.
Like, which is my like
Damn,
when I see your reaction, actually like it leads me to my next question. Is like dying like that is like one of the most excruciating ways of all time. Let alone being like crucified or beheaded, but being like upside down with all the blood rushing to your head and all that kind of stuff.
You know what? How people die from crucifixion? Crucifixion.
Crucifixion. Yeah,
It's
right.
not even because like that you got the nails in your arm. It's just like being like this for whatever a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
you gotta.
Yeah.
So you're just hanging there all day. You're just hanging there all day, and men are stoning you. Men are whipping you.
Mm-hmm.
Men are inserting stuff in places that shouldn't be inserted, and you're just hanging there all day till you just eventually die.
And one of my I guess like mentors back then, or like even right now, he when he explained the crucifixion to me, he explained that like the only way that Jesus could actually breathe is when he would have to like lift his like heels up a bit to like get like to actually like inhale breath, but then at the same time his feet are nailed to the cross. So that's like I don't mean to like
Oh, that just sounds.
Whew, I know it sounds like a lot, but so like, but your reaction actually makes me like really interested because if Jesus wasn't actually who he said he was, why would then it would kind of insinuate that the disciples were dying for something they knew to be a lie. Because the disciples were dying because they claimed that Jesus was the Son of God, that Jesus was really resurrected from the dead.
Yeah. Man.
And so, would you like? I guess my question is: would you ever die for something you knew to be a lie?
Well, maybe they didn't know it was a lie.
How so? What do you mean?
Like in Islam, like I was saying, like what Muslims think is that he just got sent up to heaven, and Judas was the one who got crucified. Right. But Judas was actually Jesus because the face was the same.
Yeah.
And then when he came down.
No, but sorry, but that's not my point though. Like, why would the disciples die for that though?
Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't know it was a lie. Like they just thought that's what they was told. That's what they were told. Like
that's what they. Oh, so you think that like even when he was getting crucified, you think that they saw that that was Jesus?
Yeah. Okay,
cool. I never heard that part before, so that's interesting. But I guess like my whole point is like you wouldn't die for something you knew to be a lie, right?
I don't know. The death topic always makes me like I don't know what I do. Like when death comes, like I don't know what you don't know. It's very easy to say something, and then when the time comes, like you gotta see who's real and who's not. But
okay, first like let me try to break it down. Say like okay, you see me go in the store and I rob something, right?
Right.
And it's like a big conversion, not conversion, but it's a big like it's going crazy all over, right?
Right.
And anyone who says that he didn't rob the place dies, right?
Okay.
But you're saying basically, oh, he did rob the place.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying you didn't rob the place, or you did rob the place.
I didn't.
Okay, but I'm gonna die then, right?
You're gonna die, right? But you know that I did rob the place.
No, you did. You did rob the place.
Yeah, I did, but you're saying I didn't because that's what basically the apostles would be saying if Jesus didn't really resurrect from the dead.
No way, I'm confused. No, I'm saying, what if the apostles thought he actually got resurrected? Like, let's just say,
I mean, that's
for example, I'm not saying this what happened, but let's just say Jesus told him I got resurrected, but he actually got sent down from heaven, sent back down from heaven.
Sure, I guess you could say it like that, but then like you would also have to take into account the things that Jesus did to prove that, oh, I am actually Jesus. Because like I said, for example, there is this one apostle named Thomas. He goes by Doubting Thomas because of when Jesus got resurrected, people were telling the other disciples about it. The other disciples were talking about it, and basically Thomas was like, no, if unless I can put my hand through his hand through like his hand, because that's where he got like the nails, I won't believe it and stuff like that.
Right.
And later on, Jesus goes on to appear to him. He says, "Hey Thomas, I'm right here. Put your hand through mine and see that I'm real." And so basically what I'm trying to say is that Jesus didn't, it's not like Jesus got resurrected, came down and it's like, oh guys, I'm still here and stuff like that. He actually proved that it was actually him who got resurrected from a biblical standpoint. But going back to my question again, why would they die for something they know to be a lie? Because you could save yourself they could have saved themselves by just simply saying, oh, Jesus was not resurrected. He did not actually.
Wait, they killed him because they were saying he would. They killed all the apostles because they were spreading that he got resurrected?
Yeah.
Did people just not see that he was alive? Like, he's right there.
Yeah, no, because the Roman, at the time, do you know what
the Roman Empire, right.
Sorry?
The Roman Empire?
Yeah, the Roman Empire. Yeah, at the time, they were just like, they were trying to rule over the whole thing.
Of course, yeah.
And then you have the religious leaders, the Pharisees at the time, being like, oh, okay, the Pharisees and the religious leaders, the way they work together, they're like, okay, we gotta like solve this thing because this Jesus guy is getting out of hand. Like he's getting
a lot of popularity,
like a lot of popularity here and all that kind of stuff. So they scheme a plan, which then Judas gets involved and betrays Jesus, and then Jesus ends up getting crucified. Right. Yeah. This is from a biblical standpoint, obviously, but then basically, the only reason the Roman Empire was so affected by it is because when Jesus got resurrected, they put him in a tomb, right? They put him in the tomb.
Yeah.
And at the tomb, there's basically, say the tomb is like right here behind us. Me and you are like the two guards. We're like Roman Empire guards, and we're like standing right here.
Right.
And like for 3 days nonstop, we're the nonstop. We're watching the tomb, making sure no one steals it, right?
Yeah.
But when Jesus gets resurrected, the Roman Empire is like, what do we do? Because we already have 2 guards there. How could Jesus just like walk out like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people were like assuming, okay, well, maybe someone stole the body. But how is that possible if we're just like, if we're the 2 Roman Empire guards and we're Roman guards, and we're just like right here, you know what I mean? And so I guess my question is, don't you think it'd be kind of stupid for them to like die for something they know to be alive? Because they could save themselves all that pain if they simply just say, okay, Jesus is not Lord. Caesar, the Roman Empire king, I guess you can mention. At the time, he was the king, Caesar. But, sorry, I wish I could explain it better to you. Caesar was his Roman Empire king at the time. He's like the top leader.
Yeah.
And they're like, either you confess that Caesar is Lord, or you would confess that Jesus is Lord. But if you would confess that Jesus is Lord, then you get crucified. But if you confess Caesar is Lord, you're safe. You're scotch-free.
But they were probably just like so like they just love Jesus that much that they just said, yeah, he's Lord.
But why would you do that though?
Because they love him that much.
Does that seem logical to you though?
Like Lord, what do you mean Lord? Like Lord as in God?
Like God, yeah.
I mean, he was doing stuff that nobody's ever done before. The people back then weren't that smart. If I saw a dude walking on water, if I saw a dude curing you know what a leper is?
Leprosy, yeah.
Right. If I saw a dude curing lepers, and if I was with the IQ they had back then, I'll think he's God too. Damn shit. He must be God.
Yeah.
Imagine curing a dude like a blind dude, just touching him, or walking on water. To back then, they thought anything was God. Dudes would start worshiping anything in 2,000 years ago.
I would actually disagree with that part. I think that a lot of people were waiting on like the Messiah or like someone that, you know, the prophets like Abraham and Isaac or Moses and Jeremiah. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
They're all like predicting, okay, he's gonna come soon. and all that kind of stuff.
That
but
Jesus was gonna come soon, or
someone was gonna come soon. That eventually ended up being Jesus, and so that they're all awaiting who he was.
But to be honest, I don't know that much about Christianity. So like, if let's say I'm speaking on this, I'll be talking about it from a position I really don't know. But like,
yeah, sorry, no, I don't mean to put you in.
No, of course. But the thing is, like, for us, all these prophets that came out, you said Jeremiah, Moses, they're just humans spreading God's word.
Right.
And of course, people didn't like them because all the kings and queens and people who ruled shit back then, they wanted their peoples to believe that they were God. For example, when Moses was in Egypt, the Pharaoh at the time wanted the ancient Egyptians to think that he was God. But when Moses was doing stuff that like no one's ever seen before,
spin the seas and all that kind of stuff.
But he wasn't God. God was just performing miracles through him.
He was a prophet.
Exactly, and he was trying to prove to people that there was a God out there. It's not the Pharaoh.
Right.
That's what Muslims believe.
And you guys believe Jesus was a prophet as well, right?
Exactly, right. Just like a regular dude, like human.
I guess for me, like the difference is Moses, Abraham, Isaac, Jeremiah. I'm missing different books right now, but they never claimed to be God.
No, they never claimed to be God, right?
And from my standpoint, Jesus did claim to be God. That's like the big difference between Moses and like Jesus.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Shoot.
There's a bunch of like which books do Christians follow? Because you named like 7 different books, but I only know the Bible.
Oh, sorry, no. Like the books that I'm mentioning are okay. Let's say the Bible is like
the top. The Bible's like the top one, and like these are.
No, sorry. Like let's say like Cars or something like that.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
there's like 3 movies of it, right?
Yeah.
There's 3 movies.
Yeah.
Or like Fast and the Furious, you have like a bunch of movies.
8 or 9.
Yeah. But the Bible, let's say right now, to make it easier, the Bible's like a big library, and there's books within the library. Like there's Exodus, there's Genesis, like when it's explaining the beginning of the world.
Yeah.
And then there's in the New Testament, there's the Gospel of Luke, Matthew, John.
See, that's the thing I don't understand about Christianity, because why is there a New Testament and Old Testament, and why are they different?
So the Old Testament is before Jesus, and the New Testament is when Jesus was alive.
So is the Old Testament the Torah? You know Torah is? Like
the I mean, you could say the Old Testament is the Torah. I have no problem with that. But then, like when the New Testament comes in, I guess that's where like
it replaces
Islam and Christianity differs because of what Jesus claims and what you guys believe Jesus claims as well.
The thing is, like, wait, how many books are there then in the Bible?
In the Bible?
Yeah,
a lot.
A lot?
A lot.
Really? Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Because the Old Testament is filled with like a bunch of books from like you could say like for example Jeremiah. Jeremiah is just like one book, and then there's like Hagar and stuff like that, and then there's the book of Daniel, then there's the book of Genesis, the book of Exodus, and then there's the book of Genesis.
What's the book that talks about him getting crucified?
Oh, it's all in the New Testament. So it's like Matthew, Mark, Luke.
Who wrote that?
So Matthew was a follower of Jesus.
So he wrote that.
Yeah. So Matthew wrote Matthew. Mark wrote Mark. Luke wrote Luke.
So these are all humans writing this down, right? That's what you're trying to tell me.
Right. It's all like like their own perspective.
See, that's probably what this is where we differ right here, because you're saying this is humans writing this down from their eye, like they're seeing this and writing this down. Whereas the Quran is not a human writing. This is the word of God. Like he is putting this shit down. He is writing it down himself. God is writing it down versus a human writing it down. That's the difference.
Okay.
So all these books you're telling me in the Bible, a human wrote these down. It's all eye count, like eyewitness testimony.
Eyewitness account, yeah.
Whereas the Quran is God is saying this. He's saying write this exact thing down, and there's someone writing it down. That's the difference. Prophet Muhammad didn't write the Quran.
Yeah.
He was preaching the Quran. God wrote the Quran. That's the difference.
So who wrote it though?
God did.
And so the book
there's someone physically scribing it. Yeah.
Right.
This is if you want to get technical, you know the agent Gabriel? We call him Angel Jibrail. He was coming down with the verses from God and giving it to Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad had a scribe who would write all this stuff down on paper.
Okay.
And then he would just preach that stuff.
Nice.
Whereas
sorry, no, I I don't mean nice.
No, you're right. Yeah. Whereas you're saying this is eye account, this is eyewitness stuff. People writing it down. I think that's where the confusion came up.
Right. And so when you say it's with the word of God, and then a human is writing it, but it's like it's coming from the word.
It's really coming from God. Like he's saying, write this down.
He's saying.
Whereas you're saying a human is writing this down off his eyewitness. See, that's where the issue comes up, because at the end of the day, it's a human writing it. It's not God writing it.
Right.
But maybe that's where the differences come in, like between Christianity and Islam.
Don't you need just like a sense of free will that should be implemented into this?
What do you mean?
Like, when I say eyewitness testimony, I'm not like, they all have like, there's a bunch of like, Jesus says a lot of things.
Right.
And so in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they all talk about what Jesus talked about, but it's all from their own like perspective.
Exactly. So it's how they understood it. So it's not literally what Jesus said. It's not literally what God said. It's not a quotation. It's how they understood what he said.
Right.
So let's say if someone evil, I'm not saying those apostles were evil, but let's say someone evil was listening to what Jesus said, they could have interpreted it different than how me and you would interpret it, right?
I mean, you can interpret anything.
Exactly, right. So it's a human interpreting. All these books are humans writing it down.
Right.
Whereas the Quran is a God himself writing it down. So there's no room for interpretation. This is it. Like, you just read it as it is.
Okay. I guess I would say that from reading Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the Gospels in particular. Okay, say it's you and me, right?
Right.
It's you and me again.
Right.
We're walking down the street, and I'm coming up the street, but you're about to cross the sidewalk right now, and the light is walk. But for whatever reason, it's a big car crash. Boom, big noise. I'm writing, I walked up and I hear a big noise. Da 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 da. And you're saying, I was crossing the street and there's this big sound and there's a car crash. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
The same thing.
But we interpret it different, right?
But it's like from two different perspectives.
Exactly, right.
So when they're writing down what Jesus did and what Jesus is saying, when Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life, no one comes to the Father through me, I am the Father I run, they all say that Jesus said that, but they all are just writing it from their own perspective. Sorry?
Oh yeah, I'm saying yeah.
Yeah. So like, I guess like it gets kind of even more credibility, because if it comes from an eyewitness testimony, it's not coming from like someone who didn't know who Jesus was. Given like Luke was someone who wasn't a follower of Christ, was a close friend to the disciples.
So I'm gonna ask you a weird question, but like I don't want you to take any offense. It's just something
no, go ahead.
Thought.
Yeah.
Do you think that the books could have been altered ever?
Altered?
Altered, yeah. Like someone is like, this stuff happened over 2,000 years ago.
Sure, yeah.
So there's like history from 180 years ago has been altered. So
yeah,
history from 2000 is there's a good, not a good chance, but there's definitely a chance, a possibility that it could have been altered. People say that for the Quran, right? But this is where I push back on it a little bit. You just said the Bible, all this stuff is written from a human. Whereas the Quran is written by a human, I mean.
Yeah.
Whereas the Quran is written by God. Which is why I don't think the Quran could ever be changed, because I don't think God will let it be changed. Whereas the Bible was written by a human wrote it down, a human like thought of all the stuff, a human was there with Jesus. So it could have been changed.
I mean, when I said the human wrote it, the human didn't like thought of it. The human just wrote down what they
Right, but he wrote it from his point of view. So like all those how many books are there in the New Testament? Like 5?
We were just talking about four,
right?
4 books.
And they're not exactly the same.
I mean, they're same in a sense. They're talking about the same thing.
Talking about the same person.
They're talking about the same events, but sometimes what they're writing about is not like word for word the same thing.
Right.
But
and
it's the same
and
event.
how many of the books did he say, I am God?
I am the way, the truth, and life.
Oh, I'm the God. Like I'm God, like outright.
There's different verses of him saying that. If I were to get technical with it, there's like probably one, but there's like,
because let's just say I wanted someone to think I'm God, right? I would just say it outright, because like I want you to believe it, like I'm God.
Right. That goes to your point. Jesus never said outwardly, I am God.
See, that's why I think that's the difference between Islam and
And I like that question, because then it's like, if Jesus were to say, I am God, although I do believe that he made it pretty clear that he was God, not just by his actions but through his words as well. If he were to say, I am God, there's like a sense of like, oh, no free will anymore, or like okay, I gotta believe him now. Whereas if he were to say, I am God, then they would have to like follow him. They would have to believe him. But people follow him based on his character.
No, if
Based
he
on
said I am God, they wouldn't have to believe him.
They wouldn't have to, for sure. But like, if he said I am God, they would be like, oh, okay, this guy actually is God.
No, they wouldn't. If I say I'm God, no one's gonna believe me.
But you're not performing what Jesus performed.
Of course, no, you're right. Yeah, but did he say I am God outright? That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
no,
in any of the books, does it say like, oh, did he say I'm God?
He does say, I and the Father are one.
I'm the Father.
I and the Father.
I and the Father. Okay.
My God up in heaven.
Right. Well, like I said, like there's always a possibility that the book could have been altered by somebody. Like someone, let's say the apostles wrote it perfectly, like how it's supposed to be, but then it gets transferred from 100 years.
I mean, there's no real perfect way to write it, but I see what you're saying.
Like someone could have changed it, some nefarious evil person.
Yeah, for sure.
Because history from 70 years ago, if you go to World War II, it's all backwards.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But the reason I don't think the Quran got altered ever is because God wouldn't let it happen. Because it's His word. Why would He let that happen?
Okay. Yeah, man, you make some nice points. I love. Well, that's it. I have to cut that out. But no, I love talking to you about this. So, one point that I want to hit on with you is about the historical reliability of the Gospels. I think that there is about I can get the numbers up later on, but like around estimately 5,500 to 9,500 like historical accounts of like the original manuscripts of what the apostles wrote, like Matthew, like we still have those historical records. I would never.
No, I'm not saying all of it's false, 100%, but I could definitely believe that someone changed the most important parts to suit their own interest. Like I wouldn't rule that out of the realm of possibility.
But then again, I guess that goes back to our whole question about why would disciples die for something they know to be a lie? Because if they die, if they're changing the most important parts, and I'm just assuming here, but you're saying the most important parts is Jesus claiming to be God.
Right. Yeah.
Why would they still die if they're gonna keep that out?
Keep that out?
Because you're saying that they like someone probably like.
Well, I don't know. That's why I said I don't want to speak too much because I don't know anything
about the apostles. Speak as much as you want, bro.
No, I don't know anything about the apostles. So if I'm speaking on it, I'm looking like a jackass because, like I said, they don't talk about the apostles in Islam. I can only talk about what I've learned and what I've read.
Yeah.
Which is in Sunday school. If I recently learned about the apostles like 2 years ago, and I only read about how they got tortured after like Jesus died. That's all I know.
You're doing a great job.
Right. That's literally all I know. So if I keep speaking, I'm gonna look like a jackass. But
you're not gonna look like it. Dude, you could say literally whatever you want.
You can say it, but like, of course, I could say f him, but like, I could physically say it, but like, I'm not that type of guy to speak on. Or I try not to speak on stuff I don't know of, because you just look stupid. Like if you're speaking on, if like dudes who don't watch basketball talk about basketball, like,
yeah. But if I were to like, for example, if I were to ask you questions about Islam and stuff like that,
because you want to learn, you're not talking about it. You want to learn. That's the difference.
Exactly. I feel like you want to learn too when you ask me questions, though.
Like I don't know though. What I'm trying to say is. Well, maybe to them, it wasn't a lie. Like they believed that he was God to them.
Like you believe that Jesus was like this master manipulator, and he just
no, he was performing miracles. Like
okay,
I don't think like I said, I don't think he said he was God because like you just said, it's not written explicitly anywhere he said he was God. Mm-hmm. I think they believed he was God.
Okay,
but I don't think he said he was God. Whoa, this is a perfect point right here. You said the apostles wrote all the stuff, the New Testament, from their point of view. So from their point of view, Jesus could have been God. The Messiah that's been coming down, that's supposed to come down for many, many thousands of years, maybe Jesus was that one to them.
Okay.
To them. So they're going around the land preaching he's God. But he never explicitly said he was God, which is why it's never written down that he's God, right? You just said that?
He never outwardly said, I am God.
And it's not written anywhere that he said he's God, right? Like they didn't write it down in any of the any of the New Testament parts?
Well, there's a few things here. One, they didn't refer to God back then as like God God. They would refer to him as Yahweh or
I mean, yeah, but over translation, you could figure out like.
Yeah. No. He never said, "Oh, I am."
Which is why I think to them he might have been God because he's curing lepers, curing blind, walking on water. That could be God. Like I said, 2,000 years ago they were not that smart. So if I see a dude doing all that stuff, if I see a dude doing all that stuff, I might think he's God.
Okay.
And then he gets quote unquote crucified and then brought back to life, quote unquote.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, that's probably God. And I'm writing that down, and which is why all the books we see today say people think he's God. That's what I think.
Yeah. So
conversing with you.
Yeah, it's okay. So when Jesus says that I and the Father are one, what do you think that means?
I don't know. Open to interpretation. Like, I don't know.
Okay. Because I guess when you say me, and if I were to say, okay, someone's asking me, like someone's talking to me, and I'd be like, oh, me, I and Kiz are one.
Or have you thought of this? It just came to me right now.
Okay.
You said he never outright stated that I am God. Mm-hmm. He never stated that.
He did say I am, but.
So what you think that they could have added that little bit, the Father, all that part? You think that could have been added later on?
Like I am the Father one part?
Like you do the thing, the quote you just told me. You think that possibly could have been added on later by someone else, not the apostles?
Sure, I mean anything's possible.
Exactly right. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, you have to go back to the reliability of the Gospels. Because again, like from like you said, like 2,000 years from back then, like we still have the original manuscripts of what they said, and like I think I didn't watch a study. I read a study about how like if you're gonna read like the historical reliability of the Gospels, like it's probably damn near higher than like this roof right there with piles of pages. But that's what I mean. Like when it comes to like the reliability of it, I don't really think that there's any room for people. There's room for interpretation. You can interpret it certain ways, but there's also just like I don't think there's room for someone to like possibly change something in it.
No, because you can't say that because history from 7 years ago has been changed. You talk about World War II. Do you think the way to talk about Hitler and the way to talk about what he did to Jewish people back then, the 6 million number has been changed like a million times? It was like 1 million, then 2 million, then 3 million, then 4 million. From 1 million, they 6x in like 40 years.
Right.
What they talk about, what stuff in Palestine, you think Palestine never existed. But if you go 70 years ago, Palestine was really there on the map. If stuff from 70 years ago has been changed, stuff that if you talk to any historian, they'd say 100% this is fact, Hitler did this is what happened, he hates Jews, blah, 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 blah. You think this is all set in stone, but in reality, that could not be the case. History is always written by people who win. It's always written by winners, right? So if something from 7 years ago can be changed, anything could be changed.
Sure.
Right.
Sure. Anything can be changed. I guess like.
And then someone's argument, like we always come back. I said this point like a couple times. Someone's argument is like, why can the Quran be changed? And then again, I'll say it's written by God, so I don't think it could be changed. It could be changed. Like who knows? I don't believe it to be changed.
I would never. I don't even think you should like entertain a topic of like someone
saying
the Quran being changed, because when I look into the Quran and like the preservation of it, hopefully I'm using the word right.
They don't play about that. They don't
play about it at all. I would never say that the Quran has been changed. Nothing like that.
But so, like let's say it was written by a human. Then if I'm thinking a critical thinker, like I'm not thinking religion. I'm not a Christian, Muslim. I'm just thinking as a human. Because you're allowed to ask questions in religion. That's the beauty of religion. You're supposed to ask questions.
Yeah.
If you have a doubt, you can say. You shouldn't be afraid to say it. So let's say the Quran was written by a human. A human was interpreting it, reading it, or writing it, all that. Then I wouldn't be against someone saying, "Oh yeah, what if it got changed?" But like I said, God wrote it himself, so I don't think it could be changed. Whereas the New Testament, like you said, was a human written down, or 4 or 5 humans wrote it down.
Right.
So maybe they wrote it down as X, but then as it got traveled through the hundreds of thousands of years, it got written down as Y.
Right. And I guess
you know about the Library of Alexandria? You know what that is?
No.
It's like a huge library in Greece with like millions and millions of pages of literature, religious, historical, philosophy, and some dude came and burned the whole library down. So imagine how much information and how much like valuable stuff there is Imagine someone just burned the internet today, or ChatGPT for someone burned Google. So tomorrow Google doesn't exist.
Wow.
No one knows what's real, what's fake, right?
Yeah.
I could just start putting up random articles about this X and Y, and you would believe me.
Mm-hmm.
So if someone burned the Library of Alexandria, all that information and knowledge is just gone now. So people are just gonna have to like start making up new stuff. Not making up stuff, but like
speak on what they actually know.
Right, exactly. Which is it can't be that accurate because how are you gonna remember all that information in your brain?
Sure. Yeah. I guess like we can keep going back and forth about like the reliability of the Gospels and all that kind of stuff.
You don't want to talk about anything else?
Huh?
I feel like you got more topics.
No, I do have more topics, but I do want to say that like when it comes to Islam and Christianity, you refer to Islam as like a religion, right? Stuff like that. Is that correct?
You got religion?
Yeah, religion. And you can refer to Christianity as a religion as well. You can refer to Buddhism and Hinduism as a religion, all religions and stuff like that. I think that when you read the Bible and you read it, I guess thoroughly or like I guess serious enough. Obviously you haven't read it, so it's fine.
No, I haven't.
But
only the hotel rooms they got a little copy on the side.
Yeah. I guess like what I would say about when I read the Bible, Jesus is not calling me or anyone to a religion. He's calling us to a relationship, which is something vastly different than a religion. Because a religion is like telling me to do X, Y, and Z. But a relationship is like, oh, I get to converse with.
I think it's the same way though. I mean, a religion is just an arbitrary word we're using, but like the relationship between me and God is, I pray. That's relationship.
Okay.
It's like just like I'm calling you, like I call my girl. This is a bad example, but if you're calling your girl through a phone, it's just like I'm praying. In Sunday school, they used to teach us God's phone number. It's God's phone number. So when you pray, it's like it's a thing called a rakah, which is like a duration you pay for. So in the morning you're praying for 2 rakahs, in the afternoon you're praying for 8, and night you're praying for 7. So in the morning it's the shortest one, and the afternoon is the longest one. So his phone number is 287. That's how you speak to him.
Okay.
I speak to God. So I think it's the same thing. It's just a relationship. Religion is just a word we're using because we gotta speak English. We gotta describe it some way.
Right. I guess from like the way that I understand Islam, from what I've heard from you, from what I heard from different Muslims, is a lot of work based. And so when it comes to Christianity and the way that Jesus sacrificed himself, like the ultimate form of love there ever was, in my perspective, that doesn't come with a religion. It comes with like a relationship that he has for me, if that makes sense.
Are you talking about like because Muslims gotta put in a lot of work, like it's different? Is that what you're saying?
But yeah, for instance, like you mentioned before, like you don't know if you're going to heaven.
I don't know.
The only reason why I'm confident that I'm gonna go and enter heaven is not because of what I did. It's not because of the things that I've done in my life. Not because of like I helped this person once or I yada yada yada. It's because I know I'm a dirty, rotten sinner and that I'm really like a poor person.
I mean, everyone's a sinner though. Like you can't be living like that.
Exactly. I know. I understand that part. Like everyone is a sinner, and I understand that I'm a sinner, and I understand that I'm a dirty, rotten sinner. But I understand that God is holy, God is good, God
and
is
He'll
perfect.
forgive you.
But He'll forgive me, but He's also paid the penalty for my own sin, which we were talking about earlier. But we don't have to go back into that.
So I think this is where another thing we differ. Like, do you know why humans are on Earth?
Do I know why humans?
Yeah, why? Why are we here? Like, why am I on this floating rock right now?
I mean, that's a good question to ask.
You know why? Because God just said be. He just said, bang, do, be alive. And our only objective on Earth is to pray to. If you really think about it, His only to just worship God. Like that's the only reason we're on Earth. Because God said be.
He just wants a relationship with you.
But like there was nothing before us. Like He just said be, and the only reason. Have you heard this? I'm not sure they have this in Christianity, but like, you know where when Adam was created.
Yeah.
Well, Satan used to be an angel in Islam, right?
Yeah.
He used to be an angel. Made a fire.
Yeah.
And
it's a great musician.
And God made Adam out of clay. So He told all the angels bow to Him. All the angels bowed except Satan because he had ego.
Yeah.
I made a fire. He made a clay. Why should I bow to him? and then that's what sent him to hell and Adam to like. Well, that's where humans are here. We're just here to pray to God. That's all the other stuff is just extra stuff.
Mm.
Our only thing is to have a relationship with God. That's all we're here for, which is what I believe. But I think all the other stuff has corrupted society, like money,
For sure.
power.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I think that's where like free will comes into play here, because I feel like
is free will real? I don't know.
You don't know?
Who knows?
What makes you say that?
Because if God knows everything, He knows every single possibility of everything.
Okay.
So like, but then at the same time, I also think that my actions, if I stop the recording, it'll stop the recording, or I could just sit here and we could just keep recording all day, right?
Right.
So that's free will, but then also in the sense that God knows every single possibility. So how is it free will?
Okay, I see that.
So it's like a paradox. Like, I don't know. Is there free will?
Right.
All I can do is just live the best I can. Make the most 1,000 IQ decision in that moment.
Right. In the Bible, it says that God's all-knowing.
Right, all-knowing, yeah.
And so, all-powerful, all-knowing.
All-powerful, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Right.
And so some people, I guess, like, some people, the way they interpret it, or some people, the way they think about it is like, oh, okay, well, God's all-powerful and all-knowing.
Why are there poor people? Why are there people suffering?
Exactly.
That's my favorite question, because man, every time I see this, people make fun of me, but like, you know who Andrew Tate is?
Yeah.
He made a video on this like a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying, if God is real, because I think he was Christian, but he converted to Muslim.
Yeah, he's Islam. He's Muslim, sorry.
So if he said, if God is real, why are there people suffering? Why is there blah blah? Why is there X Y Z? And his reason was that if there's good, there's always going to be evil, right? Because, for example, you take people in Israel. They believe in their heart that they're doing good, that everything they're doing is good. They have to do it for their survival. Okay. But obviously, everyone knows it's bad, but to them it's good.
Yeah.
So to them, they're doing what God is telling them to do. They think everything is good. That's how every bad person is thinking. To them, it's good.
Okay.
Which is why there's evil in the world. Which is why there's poor people. Another thing, I think it's all a test. It's all a test to see if you would help your fellow human out. Like if you see a poor person and you have money, you can give them money, but you choose not to. I think that's something bad on you. Like it's a test on you, not a test on them.
Right.
Well, I guess it's a test on both.
Sure. Yeah.
To see how they react and how you react. Some people are more blessed than others. It's just the way it is. Like not everyone can be blessed. If everyone is blessed, then it wouldn't be a test.
Yeah, everyone's dealt with.
If everyone is blessed, it wouldn't be a test.
Yeah, that's the hard. I would say that with that question, why is there suffering and evil in the world if God's all powerful, all knowing, all loving, and all that kind of stuff? I think that in order there to be love, there has to be free will. For example, like if out of the blue for some reason, like someone like Ayan, for example, something like that, he texts me, I'd be like, hey, the only reason Kiz is your friend is because I've been paying him $90 every week to like talk to you or something. The only reason he wanted to like reach out to you and be on this podcast is because I've been paying him the yada yada yada. There had to be like a sense of free will between us, because I decided, hey, like I want Kizzer on my podcast. And you decided, hey, like I want to be on this podcast.
Which is why, that's why I lean towards, there is free will, but like I wouldn't be like crazy surprised if free will was something. I'll be like, yeah, possibility.
Yeah, I guess like.
But I guess I'm leaning towards there is free will, because if there wasn't free will, then how could God send me to hell? Because nothing is my choice, I guess, right? Right?
Exactly. It'd be like
it's all predetermined. Like I might as well just start sinning then.
Predeterminism, yeah. I guess like that's where the whole thing about like suffering and evil comes in. Because if there wasn't any free will, people wouldn't be able to decide to do the things they want to do. And that's the only way that I feel like people could ever actually love one another and actually get to know who God is. It's because if there was no free will and God just like made us robots and made us worship him, that's not actually God. That's not true worship. You know what I mean?
No, right. For real, yeah.
And so like even like if you look at relationships with girlfriend and boyfriends or wives and husbands and stuff like that, if there's no free will, there's no real love. There's just like neurochemicals in our head saying, oh, okay, well, I feel love. I'm feeling like I love you today. But the next day I could be like, oh, I don't feel like I love you today and stuff like that. So like the only reason why there's free will, not the reason. I feel like the reason the free will being there is God's grace to us. Even though that as we as humans, like you just mentioned before, like how we are all sinners, we all like have twisted that gift of free will that we have to actually make relationships with other people and love God with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength. And so the way that we twist it is we became sinners off of that. But without that option, without that ability to say, okay, I want God in my life or I don't want God in my life, we would never actually have a true relationship. We would never have a chance to actually get to know who God truly is in our lives.
I never understood people who don't believe in God. Like, it makes no sense to me. Like, how? How do you just think we're just here by chance, by the 1 in 1 trillionth chance? We're just spinning on a rock in the middle of nowhere, and they just think, oh, you die, you just see black, and that's it. So you might as well just do whatever you want right now.
Yeah,
It's crazy to me. Like, it makes no sense.
That goes back to not back. That goes to atheism and like, for example, if there is no God,
what's moral?
Yeah,
what's good? What's good? What's bad?
Good? Like, for example, good can be. I mean, today I feel like loving you.
Like, who decides? Like, who decides what's good and bad? Yeah, exactly.
The humans just decide. Like, I can say today that, hey, like I love you today, but the next day I'd be like,
Right.
I'm trying to like,
Right, exactly,
knock you out the next day. You know what I
100%.
mean? But yeah, no, I think that I guess one thing I'd leave with you here to say is the way that you conduct yourself, Kizzer, the way that like you're open to listen to a different perspective of like who I think Jesus is something that I truly admire and respect. So I respect the fact that you like.
Hey, thank you.
Please enjoy this well-developed script and share it with your friends.
Gosh, I wish there was someone to watch on TV. I feel like everything nowadays is just so garbage. So much AI slop. So much unrelatable content.
Whoa.
What?
You think there's a lot of garbage out there today?
Yeah, there's nothing to watch on TV.
I feel that. Like, I'd be watching stuff like that too. However, I did find out about this podcast, cool podcast called Unapologetically Me.
Really? What are we talking about?
We're talking about faith. We're talking about life, university experiences, life experiences, basketball, wrestling, all sports.
Hey, that sounds sick.
We should watch it together.
Hell
right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. However, we have one last thing, and there's a new segment that I'm gonna add to it, and I hope you're ready for it because this is gonna be called Momo Wisdom. And so right now, I'm gonna hand the mic over to Kizzer, and I'm gonna let him speak some wisdom, some things that he's has like experienced in his life, and some advice that he would give people. And so, especially the people around our age, because there's a lot of like advices we hear from like older people that like don't really apply to us. So, yeah. That being said, Kizzer, take it away, man.
I just want to start off by saying, obviously, I'm not the most successful person, but everything I'm saying is how I'm trying to live or how I want to become later in my life. The first thing I want to say is, when you attempt something new or when you're trying something, you should try it like your life depends on it. Meaning, like, let's say if you're studying or you're working or you're trying to become an athlete, if you did everything like your life 100% dependent on it, there's no way you wouldn't be the greatest. So never half-ass anything is what I'm trying to say, I guess. Second thing, the most successful people are the ones that when they get an idea, they're quickest to execute on. For example, dude on my right had a podcast idea. I'm not sure how long he sat on the idea for, but he was somewhat quick to execute that idea and started the podcast. Is already on his 3rd episode. Whereas someone like me, who's been thinking about making YouTube videos for a long time, especially about sports related, for like a year, and I have like a bunch of video ideas written down on my phone, but I've only made one. And maybe if let's say I recorded all 5 videos, maybe I would have 1,000 subscribers by now. Who knows? I just didn't act on it. So whenever you get an idea, I think the people the quickest to execute the idea are the most successful because they know what works and what doesn't. That's just my advice.
I appreciate that. Yeah, from what Kizzer said, like he definitely has a bunch of ideas of videos he wants to do. I will leave the link to cause I'm gonna get it from you. I'm gonna leave the link and I'm gonna leave it on my YouTube page on my YouTube on this YouTube episode, and so you guys can go check it out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Unapologetically Me episode. This is me, Two Top. This is my host. I mean, I guess
Kizzer.
Yeah, and so we out, guys. Yay. Whoa, we play. Bye.